Well, that was very weird. That was very, very strange. Apologies to everybody that just got booted off. Yeah. Good Lord, that was weird. Yeah, I apologize, everybody. Ooh, what the hell was that all about? Just totally booted me right out. Apologies, everybody. I don't know what happened. The link is back in the box. Apologies. I have no idea. All of a sudden, I think, yeah. So come on back in, everybody. So sorry, hit the wrong button. Ooh, that was really weird. Typical Rosie, right? Hey, Drew. I just kicked everybody's head. Apologies, everybody. I don't know what happened. The link is back in the box.
Pretty good. Hang on.
Yeah, okay. I just kicked everybody's ass right there. Right there in one fell swoop. Lucky's like, "Don't hit that button," and I hit that.
So before you hit another button, I've got two questions. Why did you stop the moonshine thing?
Because I got a good offer on the on the rig, and I've done it for 25 years, and I've gotten about all I want to get out of it. So you're going to be there Monday night?
I'm going to try, yeah, provided nothing comes out. The other question is, yeah, I've watched a bunch of your stereo amplifier thing. Were you earlier in your life like some sort of electronic technician, or do you have training in that?
Yeah, my dad was an electrical engineer, and I really cut my teeth on tube equipment, tube amplifiers, tube stereo equipment. So I learned a ton about that. I learned how to use oscilloscopes and things like that.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know. I have quite an electrical background.
That's fine.
I did go to Votech for radio and TV repair.
Oh, okay.
Both tube and semiconductor, solid state. But I ended up going into refrigeration and air conditioning because it seemed more profitable. So I was an HVAC tech for 30 years. But I still keep up on some of the electrical stuff.
Why, hello there.
You guys are going to kick my ass. Remember, Lucky said, "Don't touch that button."
Yeah.
I just found out there's a master eject button to kick everybody at one time. So
well, I told him that you started a new hangout, so they should all be coming over.
Yeah, it's fine. You know how dumb I am on this kind of stuff. So thanks for coming back, Nicole, and welcome aboard, Drew.
It's okay. I just have to keep my voice down because family is sleeping and I'm with the dog.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Remember, Lucky said, "Don't touch that button." And well,
you touched it.
I touched it, and you know what? I found that there's
curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah, there's one button that's hidden that I found out you can just immediately not just terminate the hangout, but terminate everybody.
Well, you look a lot prettier than just a.
I was trying to adjust it. I mean, it's irritating to see something talking behind an icon on full screen. It's like, you know, I get sick of looking at myself anyway. And
I'm glad we're back live because there's a lot of people that like to.
Yeah. We'll be building up. I'll be going the whole distance tonight, so we're not going to be on. You have the whole Monty, and you know, usually Wednesday nights is my night, but nobody seemed like they were doing a hangout tonight. I always look very carefully because I don't like to dust over top of anybody else. You know, Didn't Janice have a Tuesday night hangout sometimes for RV talk, Deb? Janice.
Was it
I
Wednesday?
think it's Wednesdays at 5.
Oh, okay.
Wednesdays at 5 p.m.
Hey, Debbie, I'm sorry for booting you out. Lucky said don't hit that button, and I hit that. That
button. That's okay.
So apologies. Let me see if I can get.
Lucky is still missing.
Yeah, I'm getting him in here.
Let's see who else do we need. And then we were missing.
Hey guys, I got a question. Since you guys were talking about those receivers, I won't stay on here long because I'm too boring. You get more exciting.
Oh, come on, Debbie. Come on. We love
I
you.
like watching everybody. They've got so much stuff, you know. But
There's
anyway,
no such thing as boring.
receivers. Since you guys started talking about that, is it possible to fix? I don't even know what you call them, but where you plug the speakers in, where you put the wires in, and that little thing clamps down.
Yeah, like an alligator clamp or a little.
Well, yeah, but I'm
spring.
talking about the channel. I think it's called a channel, maybe.
The amplifier.
Are you talking about where you plug in your speakers?
On your receiver, yes.
Okay, they're usually banana jack, like RCA plugs or something like that. You put one in for one channel and one in for the other. One set for each channel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about where you plug your. Well, mine you just plug wire into it. You know, you just kind of push it down and put the wire into it.
Yeah, it's like a little spring thing that you push it down and then
I think those things have grown on both of my receivers, and I was wondering if it was possible to get those fixed, if those can be fixed.
Well, actually, you could just go on eBay and you can probably find those speaker jack. They call them speaker output terminals for your model. If you just put your model into eBay and you put speaker output terminals, you'll probably see replacement ones that, if you had the problem, thousands of other people had the problem too. So I'm sure there's parts out there.
All right.
Rosie.
Yes.
Send Jimmy an invite.
I did have him on the earlier one. I think he's
Jimmy's
probably.
up to the cabin. No, he's not. He's not at the cabin today.
Okay, I
thought he went to the cabin.
No, he had personal reasons why he's not gone. It's on Facebook.
All right.
What's going on, Drew?
Not much. How are you doing, Joseph?
All right.
I thought he was going to the cabin today. I guess he's going tomorrow.
No, I'll let him explain to you because I don't know if it's my place to say, but it's on Facebook.
That's fine.
So.
That's fine. Okay.
Oh, he sent me something on Facebook and I didn't read it all. Oh, well.
Okay. Welcome back, Lucky. Remember you told me don't touch that button?
I told you to touch that button.
You can always tell an Irish girl. You can just never tell her very much. So.
Don't lead her into temptation, Lucky.
Well, the side panels followed us right along too.
Well, they probably knew it's typical Rosie night running a hangout here. It's like you need four hands. So yeah. Hey Debbie, I was gonna. Yeah, there's RV Debs. Deb, you mind if I ask you another question? This initial site that you're going to do your initial setup, you said it's like a half hour. It's relatively close to where you are now. Have you checked the Wi-Fi in that?
Well, I haven't booked the place.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
All right. Yeah.
I could go in the park that Rory is in right now.
Right.
Although I don't like the area necessarily because it's kind of a crowded area.
Okay.
But, you know, I could go up about 30 to 40 miles even to the north of here, and it's like more foresty. I haven't decided where I'm going to be at. I've just been checking prices. I've called a lot of places.
Yeah, because
you're not going to leave out of Florida this year at all?
Oh yeah, I'll be out of Florida. I'll be out of Florida in August.
Okay.
Probably in July. I figure I'll take it for the month of July and let myself just get kind of accustomed to the living in the RV and fixing it up a little bit and putting things away and maybe getting rid of some of the stuff that I'm overpacked. And I'll start taking off.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, because sometimes it's frustrating for people when they get to these RV parks and you have, 5,000 gamers on there using a 4 gigabyte bandwidth, and everybody's jamming each other. You can't do anything.
Yeah, maybe it's better to be in the 55 and older park.
It may possibly be. I mean, that 50. I think Drury's 55 and older.
Oh yeah, most of the parks in the area right here are.
Okay.
There's very few that accepts kids, and then the ones that do accept families and kids are usually pretty run down, which is sad.
Hey,
The older
Debbie?
people, yeah.
I was thinking about you yesterday when I was out, and I saw a lady riding a little scooter, a little motorcycle, like a mini bike type of thing, but
with a motor.
Yeah, well, you can ride it on the road. And I thought, well, wouldn't that be neat, for you to have that, and you wouldn't have to, take your vehicle if you're going to park somewhere close to a, someplace to shop and stuff like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to unhook my truck in a Walmart and then park closer. You mean?
Yeah, but they got them little scooters, and some of them are electric.
I'm really going to try to walk, but I want to buy a bicycle. I have thought about a bicycle with a little motor, so uphill's not so hard. That's something I'm thinking about getting.
Lock that puppy up good. I'll tell you
something else about
There's a lot
Florida.
of worry.
When I used to go spend the summers with my grandparents in Bradenton, people rode three-wheel bicycles all over town all the time. Of course, like I said, that was like 20 years ago. So I
think people still are, and it's nice because there's a basket and you can put laundry in it and
Florida's
dogs in the back.
Florida's flat, right? I mean, there's no issue of it's not really hill. I guess up around
Ocala has some hills.
Okay.
Little hills.
I was thinking maybe up at the up around Tallahassee and up in the Panhandle, maybe you start to get a little more hilly, but I don't know. I don't think so. It's been a long time since I've been down
It's pretty flat. You go over rolling horse farms in Ocala, Gainesville.
Jimmy says hi in the chat.
Oh, hi, Jimmy. Oh, good.
Where's Jimmy?
There's Jimmy out there. He's waiting in the wings there.
I'll get out Jimmy get in. I prefer to watch it up there since I'm not on camera. You guys should just see the way.
No, Deb. You leave
my hair's
Stay on the side chat if you leave.
I will. I'll stay on the side chat when it's done.
And Deb, just get the name of that receiver. And just go ahead and Google that, put that into your eBay, and then just put speaker terminals, and you'll be able to find them.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. And they're easy to put in.
Receivers, but I've put too much power on them and blown those speaker channels out.
Right.
Okay, thanks, guys. I'll see you in a little bit.
All right.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye-bye.
Slide chat.
They got another damn chat up showing you how to cook a gourmet meal on some channel, and I thought, damn, that made me hungry.
You know what? I put a how-to video for the first time. How to scramble eggs.
I've seen it already. And sausages.
Hey, Rosie, I try to learn what you teach.
Well, I can't cook like you said, that's for sure. I mean,
yeah, but we got to do what we do good, right?
That's right. That's what right. And I definitely enjoy seeing that for sure.
Me too. I like other people cooking. I like when they do the camp cooking, and I like to see people doing what they really are. How they live.
Right. Right, I'm nosy like that. I want to see what people are doing all day long. Jen will tell you I'm nosing in on her all the time.
I think YouTube's the perfect place for voyeurs. I've always been a bit of a voyeur myself.
You know what, Shay's
Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
Hey there, Jimmy.
Hi, everybody.
Good evening, Jimmy.
I didn't know you were having a thing
I didn't
right
either,
now.
Jimmy. The first thing I'm off Wednesdays. So I thought, I always go on and I go down my whole subscription list to make sure I'm not dusting anybody that might be having a hangout. I didn't see anybody having anything. I felt like really energetic tonight, so I thought, what the hell, I'll hit the button. You missed me kick everybody out about a half hour ago.
Oh, wow.
Lucky said, don't touch that button. So being Irish, I just went right for, don't touch that. Everybody
Nicole was nice enough to let me know that you were having a thing, and I didn't get to go to the cabin today. Something came up where I have to stay here for another couple of weeks. Nancy had to go to the cabin, so I'm wifeless for a few days.
I hope it's nothing serious.
I'll be right over.
No, what it is we have our water well, our pump, and all that stuff. Well, I explained to him what was happening, and he told me that I need a new water tank.
Right.
Just a bladder. Just a bunch of probably $1,000 problem when they get through with me. And my mother doesn't feel like traveling to the cabin, so I have to stay here with her. So Nancy decided just to go on and, sign the credit card or the checkbook or whatever she's going to do. And I've been out working up, sweating like a hog. I even hate being, well, I don't know. I always look like a hog, so here I am.
You said it was the bladder and the tank had gone.
Yeah, Rosie.
I know, we have one. Yeah, we have a 40-gallon holding tank, and of course it has a bladder that expands and contracts as the water.
Yes. I told him everything that it was doing, and he said, from what I am telling him, we talked about everything, the pressure regulators. I don't want to bore everybody in the hangout, but he said, but you have he said, what color is it? I said, it's blue. He says, yeah, you've got the 40-gallon tank, and it's not holding pressure because you have a bladder problem. And I said, yeah, I know I have a bladder problem. That's what I
Well, now the bladder can have a hole in it on the inside, and it causes it to cut on and cut off, cut on and cut off.
Yeah.
The tanks are not that expensive, really, but now the plumbing to put it back to where it was.
Yeah, he told me, he said, Jim, because the thing's been there since 1996. He says, we do not replace the bladders. He said, because mine is inside of my house, underneath my staircase from going upstairs, downstairs. It's underneath this little cubby hole, and he said, I may need another pressure regulator. And then he said, but the thing that really, he said, just to warn you, to let you know, he says, it's going to cost $120 an hour, but it's only going to take us no more probably than 2 hours. He said, I've been doing this kind of work in the area. He says, it was my company that did the water well for your house. So we'll take care of you, and I'm not going to try to screw you over or anything. And
I think that's good, Jimmy. That seems about right. If you're putting a bladder tank on, it's an in and an outlet port. It's not the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
I hope it's that as opposed, because that's it might not be the cheapest fix, but we had issues when I first moved here about there were leaks within the system because it's a big property here, and there was irrigation lines running all over. And I could not keep pressure in the system. My problem. And that damn pump would just be running and running and running. And finally, I just let it continuously run, and then the leaks started to appear up. They started bubbling up through the ground, and I fixed every one of them. But if that bladder has a rupture or it has a little leak, like Lucky said, you won't be able to hold pressure in that, and it just won't be able to do that. So
I told him, I said, I took off the cap where the little regulator is, the little plastic cap, and I looked in the cap, and the cap said 30 to 60, meaning going from 30 pounds to 60 pounds, and that's where it should hold.
Right. Yeah.
I told him mine is going from 32 to 64, and every 3 to 4 seconds it'll click. And these sparks fly. These 4 wires.
It's supposed to cut off.
Yeah, there's a relay there, Jimmy. That's a contact relay. Yeah.
When it gets below 30-something pounds, it kicks back on and gets over 60. It's supposed to cut itself off.
Yeah, that's what mine does.
Right. That's what he said.
That's showing me that the bladder has a hole in it.
That's what he said.
And all you got to do then is undo the tank itself, take it out, rebolt a new one on, and put a new tank in, and check the rest of your equipment and see that it's working fine. And you're good to go. And them bladder tanks shouldn't be running over 300.
Yeah. Also, Jimmy, that definitely is an under 2 hour job if it's the bladder
Yeah,
tank.
yeah.
So.
He said the problem with me is really the position and where it is. It's not like outside where there's a pump house, and I mean this is inside of my home in a very confined area.
Right.
This is just our rates. This is not Mississippi prices. This is Colorado prices. Welcome to the real world, Jimmy.
Mississippi possum pie, baby.
I'm telling you.
To do that
So,
damn
I went ahead and I authorized it, and Nancy said she would go to the cabin. She didn't mind, and it's a local company that's been there for a gazillion years. So Nancy has a concealed carry AR-15s, AK-47s, 45s, 357. So I'm not worried about Nancy. She'll be fine. In case, hey, Nancy was actually showed her face.
I know you.
Seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk to her.
We was just kind of lollygagging around. It was. I'm really glad that she stepped in
I
front
am
of
too
me.
because I've seen her many times in the back reading. She'll be reading over your right shoulder there, and I've seen her a few times. So I'm so happy.
You ain't there now. You see, now it's just well, my girlfriend's not here yet, but she should be here any minute. No, I'm just joking. And but no, she's going to go up to the cabin, and maybe it's good that let her have a couple days to herself, and I'll just be here with you. Okay.
And if you ain't careful, Jimmy, she'll change the locks while you're up.
Well, my initial thought was maybe something had happened with your mom, so I'm glad to hear that it's not.
No, it's nothing serious. I think she has some very severe allergies, and they make her so sick that it makes her feel like she has the flu. And so she says, honestly, she goes, Jim, I don't feel like going up to the cabin. I'll just stay here. I'll be fine. And I went, no, mother, that ain't the way it's going to work. You stay here. I'm staying here. Nancy will be more than happy to go to the cabin, water the flowers, check the mail, probably sell the house by tomorrow, and she'll and I'll be.
How long of a drive is it, Jimmy, to get from your house there?
It's only 50 miles, but it's a 2,000 something.
So it's about like twice that.
Yeah, and it's a little. We have a couple of mountain passes that you have to go through. Nothing really bad. Nothing really bad. It takes about an hour and a half to 2 hours for her to get there. So
what does that put it? 8,000 feet, Jimmy? Something like that?
No, not 9,000. I'm at 9,000 feet. Yeah, and here I'm about 6,800 feet.
Yeah, 68.
Something like that. 68 something. But it's 9,000 up there. So.
Yeah, wow.
Is it hard to breathe up there?
Yeah, because I had problem with Pikes Peak and stuff. I have problems.
I wondered about how I'll feel in like way up high like that.
Hey, Debs, whenever you go to when you get a mile high over, the trick really, and people don't know this, drink water. Drink. That's the whole key to it.
Okay.
And when people first come to Colorado, they find themselves, sometimes they may get nosebleeds because it's very, very dry, and you will sleep like a baby. For some reason.
So just spray your nose with like sea spray, and keep it nice and moist.
You can do that, but I just drink. Well, I mean, I have
water. Me too. That's what I drink. I drink water.
So you think you get dehydrated easier at altitude?
Oh,
Jimmy,
yeah.
Okay.
It took me honestly about. Now, I lived at about, I think it was 11 feet, I can't remember, 11 feet or 13 feet above sea level on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. And now when we went up to 9,000 feet, oh my God, I couldn't walk 20 yards without wanting to faint. I mean,
I'm afraid because I've been living in Florida so long that.
Yeah. You'll do fine.
I'll gradually do it. I'll just.
It takes a while to acclimate yourself to it. When I moved to New Mexico, I was living at 8,000 feet up, and it took me about 2 weeks, and I was getting the nosebleeds. And
I don't want that.
But after 2 weeks, I was used to it.
Yeah, well, that's good. I don't know down there. Here it's very dry. It's very, very dry, and that really makes a difference being in a humid place and a dry place. But it took us my whole family, it took us 3 months to really, to where we could walk without feel like we need a wheelchair, you know, with a motor and oxygen.
I remember I was up with Jen in Virginia City.
Carson City, yeah.
Virginia City, part-time in Virginia City is about 9,200 feet or something. And there was a hill, and I'll push Jen up the hill, and my God, by the time I got to the 100-foot hill, I'm almost laying. I could not get my breath up at altitude. But Jimmy, I made the mistake of driving up to the top of Pikes Peak. I had to have somebody drive the car down for me.
Yep.
Really?
Did they have a place where you had to pull over and they would check your brakes?
Yep. That was a stupid thing I did on that thing. I said, let's have some shits and giggles, and my God, they're lucky they had some people that all they do is drive down people's cars for them that get altitude.
See, I don't know much about that area.
I'm telling you, if you ever visit Colorado Springs, it's a very, it's a lovely place to vacation in. We love to spend all of the money that y'all pump into our city and everything. But if you go to the top of Pikes Peak, that's 14,110 feet up in the air. And so I'm telling you, like right here where I am is probably 70 degrees right now where I am in Colorado Springs.
Right.
It's probably 30 something up on the top of Pikes Peak right now.
Yeah, that's when we'd be in Palm Springs, and if you've ever been to Palm Springs, California, of course they have the tram that goes up Santa Rosa Mountain there, and by the time you get to the top, I've been there where in April where it's 90 degrees down on the ground, and it's there's snow on the ground, and they give you a jacket to wear when you get off of the tramway at the top of the mountain. So. That's a scary ride anyway when that thing goes over the damn town.
Oh my God. Right across the street from me, across where I live at the city house, one of the gentlemen that runs that's called the cog line. Yeah. And he is the driver that will drive you up to the top of Pikes Peak. And he says a lot of people think it's just this real smooth. It's not. It's jerky. It's bouncy. It's a quick climb. He says people are throwing up all over the place. Yeah. They're dizzy. They can't breathe. Yeah. People love to pay for that type of excitement.
You know what? I don't think I'll be going there.
Well, you'll go there, Debbie. Just take the tram up. It's good. You know,
I'll bring a box of Kleenex.
Well, if you go up on the cog tram, it's beautiful because you can see the ram.
That's what he runs.
You can see you'll see all kinds of rams and stuff on the hills and things.
For sure, it's beautiful.
I'll tell you something else you'll see. And people don't. They say, "Oh, look at the tundra." I said, "That's not tundra. That's dried puke."
Yeah.
Just to warn you. Sorry.
You're not selling your steak.
Yeah, we already ate.
I was gonna say, did you see?
Sorry, Jimmy. Jimmy must be ordering in later tonight.
Oh, here. I wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. This is what you said. Here's your
That's what you had last night.
Yeah, well, you got to use you need to use your prep% for a couple weeks, Jimmy. You know,
Oh, God. I don't know when she's coming back. It may be 1 or 2 days. It might be a week. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I got a serious question. Yes, I've been watching all the apologies and the counteraction of all the people that's saying things and on and on and on.
What a joke.
About Elvis coming back on the channels and all this other stuff.
I thought we were going to not.
No, I didn't
watch it.
Well, I did. And I watched a bunch of other ones. And I'm just curious how many people is going to come back and watch his channel and sub to him. I'm just curious.
Not me.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you.
I will not do it.
I did.
That's because you're curious, more than anything.
Yeah, I subscribe to his channel.
I'm subscribed, and he is on my Facebook, and he is on my, what do you call that thing, Google+.
Yeah.
I told Elvis, I did, and I'll just say it in here, and I know nobody wants to talk, just nothing bad. I just said, Elvis, honest to God, if you could change and just tweak some of the things that you do, you could really be a rock star in the YouTube community. If you just would change a little bit, just change.
And I can't see anybody. You don't change the stripes on a tiger, you know.
I know.
On a zebra. You don't change people just because you want them to change.
Well,
They have to. They have to.
I agree. But
You know what? As far as apologies go, I never was mad because you know what? I consider the source of he didn't even know who I am. So I say I accept your apology and move on. I don't need to get back into the dramas.
That's where a lot of people's at. The thing that bothered me the most was he causes people drama. He causes people to unsub with you. He sent somebody on a spy ring to see what I said and moved over there too when he knew I'd go to another chat. But I was trying to say is right at this point, I have nothing against him, but I have the worst part. I have nothing for him.
There you go.
And the point about it is, I don't really want to get trapped in that kind of deal.
I understand.
And because it caused friendships that I seen last night break down.
That's right.
Yeah.
And it bothered me. And I don't want that kind of drama. I mean, there's a cooking channel right now with guys that live alone trying to figure out what to cook for supper on a hangout. There's 100,000 hangouts if you want to just keep traveling around.
How do you find hangouts?
I don't understand right here. You type in hangouts and it'll beep every time there is one.
But they're not live, are they? All live?
Yeah, they're live. It's set up to only live to hangouts.
You mean you Google them or?
No, you set it up on your tablet. Let's see.
Oh, Jimmy, try not to overthink this.
I don't know.
But
nobody. If people bother me, I'm done. I don't know.
You stay pretty much in the middle, Jimmy.
I'm caught between a rock and a hard place. I mean, I'm friends with Lori, I'm friends with Corey, I'm friends with Lucky, I'm friends with Troy, and I'm in the middle. And
I know, you just have to sort of stay kind of neutral.
What do I do? I mean,
I gotta tell you,
I was very uncomfortable watching the hangout. I wasn't even in there, but
I couldn't get a word in.
I know.
I said I'm so sorry that this happened, and then everybody was talking, and then
one person was talking.
It was just awful. Not that it really matters. I don't think she would mind. I called Corey. I talked to her today. I woke up and I got on the computer and he wrote me a little note, and I wanted to just make sure, say, look, please don't go away. You have people that love you and who care about you. Don't go away, because I was so afraid that
she won't go away.
Well, Debbie, you were asking about Elvis. I did sub him up because I've been in almost daily contact with him, trying to encourage him to, change, just so he could see himself as we see him, and
he doesn't
have an intervention with him. So
I don't think it's anything wrong with you doing that, Rosie. I think it's good that people care, and certain people give them a chance over and over. No problem.
Right.
I'm afraid that I don't even want to go with. I don't even want to go to a place where
I know what you mean.
I
do hope
I was nice to him and stuck my arm out there and tried to talk from one chat room to another chat room. I don't think anybody can hear me now.
I'll be friendly to him if he's around,
Yeah. Well, you are, Debbie. That's your nature, to.
A lot further with honey than you do with.
Yeah.
Can anybody hear me?
Oh, yeah, Lucky.
All right, I said that the reason I was friends with him, I went back and trying to put one chat room with him to the other chat room, trying to get Roy and trying to smooth things out, and all it did was end up biting me in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking,
yeah, you really can't, Lucky. It's hard to fight that.
Well,
and Roy's got a very strong personality, and it's just kind of hard to. It's hard when he gets something going on.
I know, but listen to what I'm trying to say.
I still like him, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. I went back. I can't hear nobody.
You're fine, Lucky.
I went back and even made a personal phone call to Roy off my Facebook account to trying to get stuff smoothed down. Really sticking my neck out. Well, I did stick my neck out. I got a cussing that night from him on another channel, you know, and he said what he wanted to say, but I did get him to apologize twice. I said, Elvis, really, I was one of the people trying to take up for him. But after all that, now I'm at the mode where I don't want to block anybody, but I don't want to, unless he comes, you know, does a lot better, I don't even want to sit on a chat room with him.
Yeah, he is inside chat now, and he said to tell Jimmy and Mr. Lawson and Debbie that he said hi. So I know Debbie's communicating with him a bit on the side now.
Yes, it's good to just. Yeah. I don't want to fight with anybody.
No, I think you're amazing to rise above stuff, Debbie. That's probably
what hurt me last night. What I was getting at.
Thanks, Rosie.
I've seen two friends of mine I consider deep friends because I've actually put them on Facebook and I've got their phone numbers. I've seen them going at each other, which bothered me. Somebody.
Whose dog is that?
That open.
I'm sorry, it's mine.
That's all right, okay. Yeah.
But see, Jim noticed, witnessed the same thing that I did. I seen two dear friends of mine in a conflict when they didn't have to be.
I think we're amazing to ride. Yeah, somebody's got their YouTube channel open. Jory's also in the side chat, FY. Yes, I would like to. I did not watch the thing, but of course my messenger was going off today, saying there was an explosion. So I didn't see it, but I hope everybody gets it smoothed over because I like Jory a lot, I like Corey a lot, and I'd like to see anything that happened get squared away because they're good together and chat and stuff like that. You know, 100% sure. We have a seat open if anybody wants to come in. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we got a couple seats over.
Yeah, they need to come over in and you know, like I said, I hate the word hate. I can't hate anybody.
I don't hate anybody.
That's not my nature, and I don't want to. But I've learned one thing. I'm going to really try to quit helping somebody too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do that, you know, I lost. I don't know how many subscribers.
You have to pick your fights carefully. That's what I learned about marriage. You know, that was something that I talked about today in a video. I haven't put it out yet, but I've noticed that a lot of people, and I'll say men and women, once they've had a very bad divorce, real bad marriage, they're so bitter, and they've been hurt, and they've been like destroyed a lot of times. So their idea of what love is kind of warped. Once you've had
what I'm saying, though, Debbie,
in your life,
what I'm saying though, this is a channel, and if you're not careful, you hurt other people's channels. I don't want to hurt somebody else's hosting the channel or anything else. And yes, it promotes good channels because a lot of these people are monetized, and I want them to go as far as they can go with their channel. You know, and that's what bothers me is I just hate to see people destroy each other because, I mean, you know, come on.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I did make a video today. I did a shout-out video, and I also did a shout-out to Elvis. I did hang out with him once, and he was very respectful, very, very kind. I really don't know much about what happened between him and anybody else.
I just think he just goes off the edge and starts pretending he's a wrestler.
But
I think he's kind of like he affects the persona, like you say, of you know, when somebody told him he looked like Elvis one time, and then it was kind of off to the races after that, and the rest is kind of history. So
I'd like to see him actually do an Elvis impression.
Yeah, I would too. I've asked him to see.
Don't play mean and nasty and like you're gonna fight somebody in a wrestling match. Let's see you be Elvis. I challenge him.
Yeah, but like I said,
he's pretty good.
I'd like to see it. That would be cool.
Like I said, I wished it. Like I said, people that I'm friends with. I was one of the first subscribers to RB Debbie when she first came online, and she wasn't even RB Debbie. You know what I'm saying? And I've watched a lot of you over the years, and I just wish that as a family we could, as a YouTube family, we can get along.
Debbie was really the first one that attracted me to try coming to the Hangout, watching her, you know, on the Hangouts and things, kind of inspirational, what she was doing. And yeah, you.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, you owe her $100 for that.
I know, check's in the mail, Deb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got your RV spot covered for the first 2 months.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I like to watch a lot of you people's channels. Shane and we're going to have a live chat, hangout, and on making stuff from scratch. We'll have the ingredients a week ahead of time, and she's going to do a cook video, and I told her I'd do one.
Well, I'm doing the moonshine Monday, Lucky.
Well, no, we're going to be live when we do it. You know,
and you're going to title it "How to."
It's going
Is that
to be
how
live.
you do it? How to? Make
how
sure
to start?
You say how to
open the can of this, put this in it, and put that in it.
And turn the heat up. That's
How to
what
open up a
I'm
can.
Not cooking.
Oh yeah, you've got to do something.
Hey y'all, I'm sorry for my dogs barking. Where I live, you can't swing a cat by the tail without hitting the house. And in summer, when I spring and the kids are out of school and they're playing and my dogs are going crazy, I'll try to mute it.
It's all right, Jimmy.
You're not bothering.
Just allow the dogs to go after them. I would.
Oh, dogs! They're little rat terriers, and they think they're Rottweilers. They really do. They're crazy.
I've seen them, Jimmy.
Well, I apologize for bringing up, but as a whole, it's what everybody thinks on the backside of their mind. They might as well get it out, get it done, get it over with.
Yeah, well,
and then we can go on.
I'm glad you did, but I'm sub to Elvis. He's welcome. He's been very kind to me. I know y'all have had some things with him. I mean, I love all you guys, you know, and I hate that my friends are battling other friends.
I think that stuff.
Yeah, that was tough.
I love Jory. I love all you guys.
I think that'll smooth over, Jimmy. I have every confidence that'll right itself. But yeah, I mean, anybody's welcome to come into the.
That was some heavy reality TV, wasn't it?
I didn't see it, so I feel like I missed something. But my phone was going off all day long. Oh, you got to see this, or you know. Okay, I got to drop the patients. Let me run in, you know, throw up over there. You know, don't worry about it. The kid will be okay. Leave. You know.
The whole situation was very unfortunate, and it upset me.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're not the only one either. I sort of like going to Drew's channel when we just want to have a chat out and don't have to worry about the sidebar. I like to go to some other ones where they leave the sidebar open. And Amanda's mentioned this. We're going to have a panel like we are right here, 6 whatever could come. And all we're going to do, we're not going to talk about anything else, but we're going to ask a question for every question that comes across the sidebar. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And talk about them and give them a chance because they don't want, for one reason or another, Kate or whatever, want to come on and be on a chat, but they want to be on the sidebar chat. So we'll take information from them, you know what I'm saying, and use it on a video. There's all kinds of ways to.
Well, I just think I like to have side chat open because I think by and large most people are respectful, but also the side chat likes to interact with themselves too and chat a bit too. And they don't have many chances to really get together with each other and do that. I know they could have their own hangout and all that, but
no, it's fun to have everybody together.
Yeah, because they're offering things, they're saying hi, they're giving shout outs. You know, Elvis is talking in there now, and people are conversing. Jory's coming.
What I was going to do is acknowledge them, you know, because sometimes they have to start chatting amongst themselves because we don't acknowledge them on the hangout. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if they have questions for one of us or whatever, we'd like to acknowledge that. I mean, it's a free world and it's open medium here. You know,
it's a good way with the side chat too. It's a good way people meeting other people and they can sub one another.
Yeah.
It's a different perspective too, you know.
I think we've all learned stuff about what you can say and what you can, you know, I'm going to release this, I'm going to do that, blah blah blah. you know, I think I took a lesson from that to just be respectful and don't repost things and
don't keep spreading stuff.
Oh,
you know what gets me about post? I've watched every one of you guys' videos because I subscribe to every one of them on this panel. I think even some of them even got a video of it. And I've already watched their videos first, and here comes somebody's watching, share and share and share and share.
Jen, you gotta bang lighters on that keyboard. Honey, it sounds like you're writing a machine gun right there.
Oh, you was gonna say something?
No, I was just gonna say, can somebody who's a moderator monitor the sidebar because it's getting a bit.
I am.
I just got the side up. I don't know who all. I see Drory says he's blocked and he can't get in.
That's okay. So far, it's okay on this. I'm Nicole. I have both windows open side by side there, so I'm aware of it.
Yeah, I see Elvis now. Okay, I see everybody
There's
now.
room for both of them to come. Why don't they just come on?
Yeah, Elvis, you're welcome to come in, and
Rory, come on, Elvis, let's go. Everybody come in the room.
I've not blocked anybody. I don't know how.
I don't block. I never block anybody.
Go has somebody blocked. Was it Drory? I saw something way up there.
Yeah, Drory said he was blocked by someone.
Can you pass the Whoppers, John?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all need to hug and just go for it.
You know, when I get in these rooms, it's a big hootenanny. I told you.
I mean, we all, we're all buds and stuff.
All right, Nicole, lead us in a group hug.
You bet.
Hey,
listen,
I will tell you right now, I refuse to hug Jimmy until I get that cake you promised me.
Yeah, the Queen. Oh, you a cake. What, the Kate Emerald Caroline didn't?
The Queen, yeah.
We can all sing like "We Shall Overcome."
I like Nicole. Nicole's really
Francis on the sidebar.
The peace will see us through.
Well.
Yeah, Elvis sang a song for me once. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Mooching all the time. Yeah, he did.
I could do Elvis. not do Elvis. But.
It was pretty good. He looks like him too when he's all decked out and has the sideburns.
I'd like to see the show.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, that I might pay for.
Well, you're welcome to come in. It's wide open if you can. I can't say who has who blocked because it's certainly within their right to do that.
Well, you're right. I just saw Drory said that Joseph has him blocked, so he can't get.
So Joseph is certainly welcome in the.
Got me blocked, so you got me blocked, so I blocked you.
Why don't you both unblock each other tonight and make a truce?
That's the whole thing that
time for a truce, don't you think, Rosie?
That's a good idea.
Truces. We're all just humans here, you know.
I will go because, No,
why don't we just clear this one up and then we'll just unblock each other and that'll be we can clear that off and just move on.
We could be such good friends and
because I like having you in the chat, Joe. I really do.
Yeah, me too.
I appreciate
I've learned a lot from you I've learned a lot from you, and you've sent me information about rigs and stuff. I don't want to see you off my chats. So.
Yeah.
I hope maybe we can just unblock each other and just move on and just kind of do a cyber handshake and just say, okay, let bygones be bygones. So, RB Debs is calling this. What are we calling this? The Peace and Love Fest 2000.
Yeah, it's the hootenanny peace, love, no fight zone.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. If
everybody's equal.
Everybody blocks everybody. We ain't gonna have nobody else to even listen to.
That's the thing now. The blocking.
I know I won't be blocked from.
Yeah, it'll just be Rosie on her own.
But I tell nobody what to do. That's their own business. But
God forbid, eh, Nicole?
all I was saying is if you block everybody.
I find that the hangouts that last like the last 7, 8, like the 6 to the 8th hour, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Well, I tell you what, though, I have been on some hangouts, and they start up at 1:30 and go to daylight to about 10 o'clock sometimes in the morning.
Well, this one's going the whole distance tonight. We're going the whole way tonight.
There is some of the pleasantest hangouts that I have been on.
I wish I could
tell you something. Most of them are trans girls. They go on there. There's a few other people that goes on there. Sometimes somebody pops in.
That's because trans girls are gentle spirits.
Well, I mean,
That's why.
I like to. They tell me a lot of information that in their lives and stuff like that that's happening. And Mel Farbani had one out today. I really watched hers. I really like her.
Who did?
Mel Farbani.
Oh, Mel Farbani. Yeah.
And but I'm saying our chats over there late at night, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Hell, we're talking about how to make apple pies and
But Jimmy, I mean, Lucky, don't you think it could be because that chat is still relatively new and everybody that comes in? I mean, the longer you're around people, it's almost inevitable sometimes that you're going to have a little friction here and there. And,
oh no, we've got differences of opinion on that chat. I mean,
everybody does.
But we've learned and grown up past little difference of opinions.
Well, I just think with any family, you're going to have a few dust ups once in a while.
Oh, yeah, you'll have one. But somebody's got to say, "Oh, I'm Grandpa and I'm Grandma," or Mom and Dad, and they've got to say, "Now, come on, now, people." We came on this to have fun and enjoy ourselves.
Right.
And that's the main thing.
Yeah, I follow Bonnie too. She's been a friend of mine for a while.
Because I said Joe has been invaluable to me. He sent me information on rigs and enlightened me a lot on Class A rigs, and I'm very grateful for that, Joe.
Joe's been very kind to me. Yeah.
No, I've not really had anybody I couldn't deal with.
Yeah, I hear you.
But like I said, it bothers me when my friends go at one another. Damn.
One time I did a video. This was a long time ago before I really didn't have any internet sense, and I said lone wolves are idiots. I didn't realize in the prepping community that there's a lot of lone wolf people, and Belle Farbani happens to be a lone wolf, and she kind of wrote me in a letter the only way that she can do it and just blasted my ass, and I deserved it. And when it was all over with, I answered her. I went, anything else? And after that, we had a good
Jimmy, I'll tell you what I did, and I was talking about the sidebar trolls, and I said, and I just used I didn't classify it. I said everybody in the sidebar is assholes. But what I meant was, time, I meant that the people over there that are trolling and this, that, and the other are assholes. It's like saying all you guys, but there is classifications. Male. There's good people over there.
Oh, sure.
Amanda's got an idea, and I said it would be one of the greatest ideas is one night have a panel up, and all we do is cater to the sidebar, within reason. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be a hell of a show.
A hell of a show.
Yeah, I'm
back
always,
in the day.
Yeah, that's great. Well, we'll see how that works out for you. So, yeah.
Rosie.
Have you ever heard, Rosie, there's a person, and her name is Jen also, and she has a show or a YouTube channel called Girls Like Guns Too.
She's a close friend of mine.
Outstanding person. And she'll go in and do like a thing like this, but it'll just be her, and people on the sidebar will just kind of ask questions and she'll answer. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
Well, I'm hoping the moonshine thing Monday night might be a little change of pace for some people to learn a little bit about Americana and just a little something different. I don't know if it'll work or not, but sometimes you got to do different things. So.
You like to be kind of like a teacher, professor type thing.
Yeah, bullshit, Professor Whopper College.
Whopper College.
Yeah, distinguished alumni.
Check this out.
Faculty. Let me get you up on full screen, Dad. Wait a minute.
This is my ID when I was a highlight.
Oh, wow. Check you out.
Yeah.
Welcome, Tori.
Hi, Tori.
You're a good-looking lady, Dad, for sure.
Used to be.
And I cannot wait to hear you.
You still are. No, you.
Well, it's there. It's all there, but it's changed.
Welcome, Tori.
Well, I think you're very pretty.
I think you're very handsome too, by the way.
You're a young woman. You still got it You still got it.
Don't give
Lucky, thank you.
Don't give Jimmy any bigger head. He won't get out the door to go to the
cat. Jimmy's pretty cute. Hey, Rory, nice to see you. You look handsome.
Thank you.
Rory always looks handsome.
That had a hair on him, right?
Yeah, the Colonel was in the house, and we got the Rory.
Damn, Rory comes in here and makes me put my hat on. His hair is perfect. Look, he's got all this perfect shit here.
Yeah, I have to say,
admit, though,
I have to say, Rory's one of the most strikingly handsome.
Oh, Rory!
I'd like to get my hands on his. I'd like to trim his beard and his mustache, though.
I heard everything you said, Debbie. I don't think you approve of me, huh?
No, I'll tell you now that you're here.
Thank you. I'm always here.
Listen,
God's always watching.
Give me 1 second before you,
What? You tell me I'm Jewish and I overtalk you?
Yeah, I don't even want to try to, But I will say that listening to you earlier, you kind of shocked me. But I do know kind of also where you're coming from because I've met you and you're wonderful.
Thank you.
I just didn't realize how you really felt that man. That woman was made from the rib, and we're like a little below you, and you'll never really.
It's not what I said.
Let me finish though, because really,
Sure, sorry. Go ahead.
I really, because you and I are friends in real life, so that's the big difference. But no, you're quite the gentleman, and I know you know how to treat a woman, and you do. But when you were talking and you were kind of huffed, you were a little excited. It came across kind of freaky, like as if women are like completely below men. I mean, that was what kind of came out of it. And I think women and men are definitely Mars and Venus, but we make the perfect match because we're so different. And
I don't think the stats are agreeable with you, Debbie.
But I will tell you this. You had a divorce in your life, a big one, right? Come on, you had many years of marriage and divorce. I never had that. I had 14 years of really beautiful. We didn't antagonize each other. We didn't put each other down. Never hit below the belt. I didn't want to take anything from him, and same with. So I'm fortunate. I really am. Even though I'm now a widow, I had that beautiful trust and respect, equal. When you've been burned, you get kind of. I understand where you're coming from, though.
No, you don't understand.
Well, then, okay, then maybe you need to make me understand.
Okay. First of all, it takes a lifetime to understand somebody, and they still can't understand. 5 minutes of my rant is not going to make you understand who I really am. It's just going to show you I disagree with this guy, and I don't like what he's saying. What I'm trying to say is at a very late hour when somebody's tired, it's hard, especially when I was banged up, to understand what I'm saying. But let me just say something before I answer you, because I'm not trying to take over the show. I wanted to say hi to Joseph Kalanji, and I just want to say I never had any hard feelings towards you. I think you always treated me right. But the thing is things were said behind my back, and people unfriended me on Facebook, and people did that and set the motion in motion. I didn't set the motion. I never blocked anybody. I never unfriended anybody from Facebook, so I never made the first move. Well, so I'm not mad at you, Joseph. All right? And
yeah, because I like both of you guys, and I'm really glad that the unblock went on tonight. So I think both of you guys are awesome. And,
but it's hard to catch Joseph because he had 7 accounts, and I finally tracked him down, so I was able to. And the same thing with 1 second. Let me
say something, please. Roy.
No, you can't. I'm talking.
Okay,
all right?
I'll wait till you finish.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. So now what happens is, I finally found him, and I realized that even with the same thing with Elvis, I realized that, like what I was told yesterday by with Corey, that if Elvis had a Syrian Elvis, all he had to do was change his name to Elvis Travels, but he was still blocked. So I thought it was an IP address. It's just a change of my name. So it was hard for me to unblock Joseph until I found him, and I saw that little icon, and it made it a little easier, that parrot. I thought that was cute, the profile picture. But I don't have any hard feelings for Joseph. Joseph always treated me right, and I didn't want to get in between him and what I wanted to do in my life and go to another RV park.
I appreciate that, Jory. That's awesome for you to come on and say that. And
I appreciate Joseph understanding that. So I have no hard feelings, and I respect
now,
that.
can I speak something?
Well,
let me just finish and answer Debbie real quick and make it real short. So this is Rosie's chat. Rosie, I don't hate women. When Sweepy was here, huh?
I didn't say you did.
You're not Sweepy. I said Sweepy.
Oh, I thought you said Rosie.
I thought you said Rose.
No. Rosie's okay. Rosie's a lot above beyond that. What I'm saying is some things can be misconstrued because you only get a sap of it and you said, oh, he's crazy.
No,
I love women. Not you. I'm just saying in general.
Oh, okay.
Somebody can portray
It was a general statement. Okay.
Corey disagreed with me yesterday as far as making friends with Elvis. Foy says to me, out of hanging out for so long, he says, women are not equal. And I said, no. And he didn't let me finish, and he just deleted himself. To me, that's not somebody that can stand. They just look for the bad. They don't look at the big picture. Do you understand? So if you're not going to give a grown man a chance to speak, like I'm not giving Lucky, how are you going to get the big gist of the picture? So to me, I don't care. Nobody tells me what to do.
No, but Jory, you did speak your mind. You did, and everybody let you speak, and that's okay.
But people can just click off without looking at the big picture. So I'm saying one second, Lucky. What I'm saying is everybody deserves their own space, right?
Okay.
Everybody deserves their own opinion, right?
You know it.
So if I'm entitled to make peace with Elvis, that's my business. And when somebody sticks their nose into my business, they're going to get it cut off. Simple as that.
Ferrari, you know what? I'm glad you want to make peace because I like people that want to make peace and not have to continue wars.
And that's all there is to it. Go ahead, Lucky. I'm sorry.
All right. You had more than one account on Facebook. See, I was already friends with you on Facebook.
Right.
I found another account that you had open on Facebook.
Correct.
So I went up there and clicked friends.
Right.
What you shouldn't have done is turned it around and gave my name right over broadcast that only few people that know me know that name.
What are you talking about? Makes sense.
What
name are you talking? No, you're not. What's the other name?
You turned your phone around and showed my name and my Facebook account on a chat.
You can't see it close up. I said, Lucky called me. Is this you? They can't read it. You can make whatever you want of it. You're wrong. I showed the phone, but you can't read it. You can't. You've seen it, but you didn't.
I seen it, and everybody else seen it.
Right. So what about it? What was shown on it that you're making a big deal?
You should have probably realized. I don't know what you did. That was a private name on that Facebook account.
Do me a favor. Don't send me a chat or don't send me a message while I'm on Hangout. Can you do that?
Are you getting upset just because I asked a question?
No, that's your mind. You think I'm getting upset. You're not asking me a question. You're telling me. You're not asking me a question.
I'm not telling you. All I'm telling you, I don't know why you did that.
Because I felt like it. What's it to you?
Okay. See, that's what happens.
Can you throw some balls? No.
What happens to these chats. Nobody wants to
the chats. You're free to go to whatever chats. But when you go and exit a chat, just say nicely, good night, people, and be a little bit more respected.
I was, sir.
But you're shooting your mouth off at another place, and you're going at it.
All I'm asking people, let me tell you something. All I'm asking.
Rosie, I'll catch you on Facebook.
Okay, thank you.
I will too.
Cool it down.
All I'm asking for is just like I told Jimmy, don't give that name out. You know what I'm saying?
What name?
Never mind. It's not going to be resolved because, like I said, I was being very patient. Very respectful.
You're not a patient person because when you're saying you have another account, I got Jory Nadav and I got Hollywood to New York. So you need to be in detail. You need to speak English, not like Water Girl like last night. Now you're saying I showed information. What information can you possibly read in a little small, thing?
There's a place for everything. I don't think this.
Yeah, we're going too deep into detail here, but let's just
all
say,
I'm saying, I didn't get to speak my mind, Rosie. I appreciate your chat and everything else.
All
I
right,
brought up something. You can go back and look at it, and I, like I said, I'm not anybody else on this chat. I am me.
I appreciate that, but what information did I give?
Lucky, we love you just the way you are.
What I'm trying to say something. I'm not. I don't care. This stuff, all this stuff doesn't care to me. It's to occupy my mind.
Yeah, but you're making a big deal out of something that's nothing.
But all I'm saying, though.
What did I give out that upsetted you? That's what I'm asking you.
Name. It's on there.
What's that? What?
It was a name. You said Ray called me. Here, look. And you can see the Ray and the other stuff.
What other stuff? That's what I'm asking you. What stuff did you see?
Well, the name was bad enough. I had bombardment from my Facebook.
Right.
I explained to everybody it's my family's Facebook, just like Jimmy said. I give it out to people that I trusted.
Right.
Don't give it out.
And I didn't want it on open air. Well, like I said.
Everything is open there. Everything is not private anymore. Don't put your business out there, and that's why I close the chats.
It'll never happen again.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, that's good all the way around. So we're all about protecting information right now and making sure that we're being careful about what links are passed around and all that. So.
Right.
Hey, Pam. Welcome.
Hi, Pamela.
Take her a minute to get everything up. Okay.
I mean, real people would stay and chat and talk and work it out, but, these guys, they're not real men. They just walk out and they leave.
Well, I guess he was uncomfortable. I don't think Lucky's a confrontational type.
Oh, yes, he is. And Amanda, he went out and almost had a heart attack, and you shouldn't do that at that age.
Lucky left.
Okay.
Sometimes it's best to leave. Sometimes it's best for somebody who can't, confront.
Sure, they need to cool off. Yes,
that's
definitely.
Right. Well, Jory, I have to say, you and Joe, I'm happy that you guys are talking to each other. That's a real positive step tonight, and I really appreciate that. Like I said, you've both been tremendously helpful to me with sending me links and stuff about Class A rigs, and I'm really appreciative of that. So. And I was appreciative of your video today, Jory, because I'm going to just say this. You took a beating at his hands, and yet you still came up and, when he did that video, you decided to rise up and shake his hand and say, you know what, this is it. So I think that was the thing.
I appreciate it, Rosie, because Joseph knows I've been very fair and went way above to other people that badmouthed me. And I paid people's bills, and he knows I went up forward, and I did the best I can, and all I got is, like a bad deal on it. When I paid somebody $400 in cash, to bring it down to Gibsonton, Joe ran around for me to look at a motorhome for this lady, and she badmouthed me, and she turned two good friends against me, and I was, I said, seriously, why is there so much hatred out there?
Well, I think we're trying to push past that now, which is a good thing.
All right, I'm pedaling my bicycle. I'm huffing and puffing. Thank you.
No, it's just, it was a good thing. I mean, and you're willing to give people a chance and all that. I thought it was quite noble of you, if you can use that word, because you were certainly beaten by that. But hopefully it'll stick. Your heart to heart with him will.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honest. I mean, Corey was upset. Troy was upset, and for what?
Yeah, so I'm hoping everything will be good. So.
I'll pray tonight.
Yeah, it'll be good. So,
you gotta admit, Rory, that what you said,
right?
It was pretty heavy. Okay.
I'm a heavy person. I'm an honest and heavy person.
Women are good for two things: cooking and sex. That's
the truth.
Well,
it's on the internet. Just look it up. You started. You brought it up.
I'm just saying, though, that you say these things and there's consequences, because I know you're a loving person, but some people get hurt by those kind of. That's kind of
But they're not
Really? I mean,
related
you're not a
to me.
caveman, are you?
They're not related to me. Every man is a caveman. We're all Neanderthals.
No, we're all not the same.
Well, you know.
I think there's some more evolved ones.
I don't let a woman tell me what to do, Debbie, and that's all there is to it.
I understand. It would just, to me, it was a sore. I wasn't in the hang-up, but I heard it, and that
but
was
you're
like,
not married to me, so you shouldn't be sore.
Well,
you close the door at the end of the night, and I'm not here.
I understand. I'm not, you know, it just kind of bothered me hearing that from you.
I know, but hey, I bring it out there. I don't hide behind any.
Okay, and you're allowed. You know, this is free. We're allowed to say whatever opinion we want.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, and
not by me.
Well, you're hearing it from me. That's a consequence, and I still care about you, and I know we're going to be friends because I respect.
That's okay, but I can have that debate with you. I can have that debate with you. If you're willing to listen, and I can share it at another time.
Well, we can do that when we're just hanging out. You know what I mean? Not for,
okay. No problem.
All right, fair enough. So
fair enough. I might even be moving into your park for a month, so I'll have my own space. Don't worry.
All right.
Hey, you'll be cooking for Jory. I know you will.
I might share a bowl of food to the door, and he can.
And I just want to apologize to Shane because he wanted to get in a chat, but it was a one-on-one with me and Elvis Shane. I just wanted to finish up the hangout and apology with him, and it was a man-to-man, so I'm sorry I couldn't let you win.
That's fine.
Shane McDuffie.
It's good. So who do we got join? Who's over on the side?
But there's some really nasty people in the world, and they love to come in here.
I'm really upset because Rosie never got pushed Jen to tell me that little trick with the orange, and I couldn't sleep all night.
Jen, what's the secret there? Well, tomorrow
I haven't even told Rosie.
Oh,
magic.
Okay.
She doesn't.
Rosie, give her my phone number.
Yeah, I've only had.
I'm a little slow, so I need to learn this trick. I'm willing to pay for it.
I have a question for you, Jory.
Yes, Jen.
Can you keep a secret?
No, I got a big mouth. Debbie will tell you that.
Well, I can keep a secret. So
me too.
I can keep a secret when it comes to that orange.
So I'm not gonna tell. I swore an oath. I'm sworn oath upon not to tell.
I know how it is. Okay.
Swore the magic oath.
That's a New York magic, where they make guys disappear, right?
Yeah, I wish somebody would make me disappear already.
Well, tomorrow there will be more Wonderments coming. You'll be going, how in the heck did that happen?
What?
There'll be more. There's more show to come.
Yeah, you'll be one of trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see one. I'm wondering how she did every one of them.
I wanted to show Jen a trick with an orange. You know, I would exchange a secret for a secret, though.
Well, Jory, I was going to ask you and Joe down there, when you have those 90-degree days, and that humidity is really high, are those Class A air conditioners strong enough to keep up with cooling down, keeping your place cool?
Well, the electricity down there was needed repair because I was on a 30 amp and a 50 amp, and it kept on tripping. And Joe was kind enough to bring his air conditioning to keep me cool, but I couldn't. I needed air conditioning because I have sleep apnea. I need to be cool.
Yeah.
Or else I wouldn't be there. And I heard that guy, the electrician, got arrested because he stabbed somebody. So he's doing time because the guy died on the way to the hospital. I don't know if it's true, but you know, I'm glad.
What's the answer? Your air conditioner wasn't working.
No, it wasn't working.
I'm trying to get the answer.
That's an I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. I got too many things in one file. You know, I got.
It was cool
with Elvis.
It was cool.
I had to deal with Joseph. I had to deal with Whopper Jr. bullshit artists, and I had to deal with the Apple and Eve, and you know, I didn't live at that time, so it doesn't affect my lifestyle.
Should I make you some ribs?
There we go.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Give me the 7th rib back.
So the air conditioner didn't work and the electrician murdered somebody?
Yeah, I know. We went off like, it's okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm hoping that my air conditioner keeps me cool.
Hi, Pamela.
Hello.
Hi,
Pamela. Welcome, Pamela. Welcome. Nice to see you aboard.
Good to see you.
Hey, we have some other idiots really that need to get the hell out of the.
Yeah, I've removed some people already. So.
I mean, you know, look, this is what
I'm about 5 minutes from. I'm just minutes from. You know, if it doesn't clean up real soon, I'm just.
Yeah, it's getting crazy. That's why I don't like. Yeah, but it ruins it for the good people.
Let me get in here and do something here.
Do some magic. Make them disappear.
Do some magic.
I'm doing my magic right now. Hold on.
Do some magic. Put these bastards in the
Rosie, what happened? How did you shut off the chat? What button did you accidentally press that everybody went out?
No, I haven't pressed anything. I haven't shut off the chat. We're all here.
Not the chat. I'm saying the previous hangout.
Oh, I had no idea. Like, I just probably hit the stop broadcast thing and close the X. I tell you, Dumbbell Incorporated.
Stop where? Stop run what?
You know, when you're running a hangout, there's something at the bottom that says stop broadcast, right?
Oh, okay. I got you. All right.
And I was trying to adjust because I was only having the icon come up on my image, and I wanted to try to
stop broadcast. Got you.
Yeah, and then you know, one goof up led to another there. So, but does the AC keep it cool enough down there in Florida? There's Class A rigs.
Oh yes, my nipples are so hard. I think I don't know. I was beginning to wonder whether I should get a sports bra.
Debbie! How y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Debbie.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing, Deb?
Debbie, we need a song.
Huh?
We need a song tonight. We need to mellow out.
Yeah, mellow us out, Debbie.
Oh, hell, I just, right now, I just kind of mellowed out myself a while ago, so I don't think it'd be a good idea.
So, all right. Yeah. Okay.
So,
I appreciate it.
But I mean, I'll do it next time. Maybe next time.
All right.
Drew.
Who?
Drew.
Who's Drew? I thought he said Toodaloo. Jory or Drew? Because
I was talking to you.
Oh, it's Drury. Call me Tarantula. Call me Tarantula.
Oh.
Like your pet tarantula.
Right. Yeah. This. I was going to say you're okay about for not letting me in.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I didn't know we were doing it live. That's why I was trying to get in.
What happened just now?
Thank you.
Just do it with the chat?
No.
It's got to do with something else.
Well, it's gone.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So somebody say something funny.
Hey, can you do that keyboard? Bum, 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 bum.
It sounds like a machine gun going off.
I love that machine gun. First it was the highway, first it was the keyboard, then it was the Puppy Jr. Oh my God.
The airplane.
That was funny.
Yeah, I'm still trying to work out that song for Jimmy here. That was only half of the song. I'm trying to get the other half here yet.
Hey, Debbie, I'll be honest with
the whole
you.
Song.
With 10 people on here, we could have finished the whole song by last night.
Yeah, well, that's why I get in the group, that way I can figure out some things what y'all say, that way I can twist them into this, you know.
Yeah, you pick one word and we'll go to town.
Yeah, when somebody says something goofy, that's when I'll take off with it, you know. So,
I hear you.
Yeah, it makes a good song.
Well, you got real talent there, Deb. I'll tell you that.
That's for well, you know, that was the first time I sang that one song, but you know, it needed one more verse. To be honest with you. But I mean, where I got that one was they said I was henpecked, and I said no, I got chicken house ways, but I'm the head cock. They said go lay an egg, but I'm trying to get down to where there's another burst of that. But I'm just trying to figure out what to go with this, and that way I can bring it back to that. I divorce you now, you know.
Yeah, just to announce this, I disabled the side chat now because of, it started to get a little heated over there. I tried to give a little bit of a free reign over there, and I just had to disable it now. So just FYI, when people start posting information again and all that. So
yeah, that's
a shame.
That's another thing I forgot to mention about information and stuff like that they put on, and it ruined a lot of good people.
Some people just seem to bring the trolls out.
Well, Joe, I think your feedback is on your YouTube, so.
He's got to close out. He's got a mic problem. So
yeah, I'm thinking about just putting my address out there, and that shit'll stop and come to my house. I'm tired of it. So I just put most of my address up there. You know, they'll put like just little segments of my address. I just put Nebraska.
Hi, Irene.
I was looking for that video of yours, Rosie, the one that's in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I find that one? I did watch your other series on your playlist.
This was way back the first time I took off to see Jen in December of 2000.
So I'd have to go back like first.
Yeah, I had the
first
Christmas visit the day I took off.
I just love watching
mornings. Yeah, I did a special morning chooch because we got a death threat.
Chooch.
Yeah, we contacted. It worked out great, at least for us.
Morning chooch.
She had a crappy Christmas in Grand Island, Nebraska. I tell you that. So it does work. Jen and I are living proof that it does work. So
good deal.
I have a very high threshold myself. I figure people can handle their own sort of stuff, and yeah, sometimes I give a little wide latitude on this side chat, but I guess tonight has kind of spanked it home to me. And, unfortunately, we can't really do that anymore. So it's kind of a done deal, at least for me here. So in terms of side chat, I'd love to have it. I love the people that are on there. If Troy wants to do his moderated RV chat thing on your thing Friday nights, that's fine.
If he comes back.
Yeah. So. If he comes back, so
he'll come back. Everybody cools down.
So Pamela, now that we have you on the panel, you're the big Fisher lady, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
That is.
Yeah.
Oakland and Sector.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell us about yourself, Pamela, because I don't know about you.
Tell everybody. You're fascinating.
Yeah, take me fishing.
Oh, you caught some big ones on there. I've seen them.
I love to fish. It's my favorite thing.
Where do you go fish? What part of the area are you in?
Galveston, Texas.
Okay.
Good fishing.
Never been there.
Yeah, I like to fish West Bay. It's shallow and it's not dangerous for me out there. So.
What are you catching?
I love catching reds and flounder and trout.
Hey,
you get to eat that stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
So you don't fish on the ocean side then, the bay side, right?
No, and in this past week we had beautiful weather to go BTB, Beyond the Breakers, on the beach side, but I wouldn't do it because I was by myself. One day I will. That would be nice. But
you're a brave gal.
Is the fishing supposed to be better out there on the out in the ocean?
Yeah, sometimes I catch bigger ones out there. So.
Okay.
Than what I get in the bay.
Yeah, because I subbed you up. I was very excited to see some of the stuff on your channel and stuff. So welcome aboard. Glad to have you.
Bam. Do they have speckled trout out there?
Yeah, I just caught a real nice 23.5 this past week.
That's some good eating.
I use a lure. It's called a Mighty Mite. And it's a bad lure for speckled trout, Mighty Mite.
Mighty Mite?
Yep. It's awesome. And
I caught this one on a popping cork with a Berkeley gulp.
Okay. Yeah, I use a popping cork with live shrimp. Oh, man, we slaughter them.
Yeah, I had live shrimp. They wouldn't take it, but they did the gulp. Kind of weird.
Man, I love to fish.
Is it Big Thunder Poppy-Cork?
A Big Thunder? I don't know what that is. I have like a bead.
Yeah, it's
3-4 foot, a sliding cork, and there's another bead at the end. A hook of shrimp.
Yeah, they got different names for them.
Yeah,
they got
a
Big Thunder and all that stuff.
I have like a leader on the end. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
I love to fish. Shrimp, crab, anything, flounder. Hey, I heard Drory's I'm gonna get that ringtone, Drory. I love that.
Is that somebody's joke?
I'm gonna be somebody's head.
I'm leaving Sunday, and I'm headed to Galveston for 3 weeks, so I should be filling the freezer.
Well, that's great.
So what do you do? Like a bottom rig for trolling, or what do you do?
Sometimes,
You talk about flounder, and I remember using flounder rigs in the Chesapeake Bay and on the bays behind the Atlantic Ocean. You'd have to wait in the middle with the 2 minnows on the side or something like that, a flounder rig. So that's good eating flounder, I'll tell you that.
Very good.
Yeah, it's a sweet fish.
Sweet fish.
Do you ever do something called soft shell crabbing?
Wow, yeah.
You talking about it. Oh, you need to do that. Like whenever, see, a lot of people don't realize that for a crab to grow, they'll come in and they will just bust out of their shell. But when they bust out of their shell, they're very soft.
Right.
Nothing can bite you, and you just pick them up and put them in a bucket. You have to keep them dry because if you put water back on them, they're going to get hard in just a few minutes. Soft shell crab is absolutely.
Oh, it's amazing.
You mean they can't pinch you or nothing like that?
No, they're all soft. They hide in the grasses. They go up towards shore and hide in the grasses. They
we call them they bust.
Yeah, they're peeler stage, and then they go into the when a certain cycle of the moon, you can go out there in the grasses, and they hide in the grass there because they're not they can't fight during that period. They have their claws are like. Well, it's like mush, isn't it, Jimmy? It's like a gummy bear. Yeah, it's like
soft, just soft.
Yeah, but they are good eating. Boy, you put a couple of them in a pan and little butter and fry them up, and then put them on a. Man, they're good.
Well, how would you clean one of them? I mean, I know you got.
You have to get the dead man out. You lift up each side of it and get the lungs out from it, and then.
It's easy to do.
Yeah, it's easy. You can get them clean too. They'll clean them for you at a lot of markets and stuff. So.
Just come to me. I'll clean them for you.
I think by the time I got down there, they might stink a little bit.
Yeah, damn it, Jimmy would eat them for you too.
We get it with the barbecue. Have a big throwdown.
Yeah,
I just made a
seafood. What I want to do, crab boil.
Yeah, Jimmy
We'll
would
do a
eat
crab boil, but these are fried. We're gonna fry them, but I fry mine like in a, if you know what, like a Zatarain's.
Yeah, I know Zatarain. Yeah, Zatarain.
Man, I'm telling you. Oh man, it'll make you want to slap whoever's standing by you. That's so good. Oh man, Pamela, I have to ask you this. I'm married, so I'm not flirting or nothing. I don't flirt ever with any women, but are you married? Can I ask you that?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, moving right along.
Yes, I am. To a wonderful man. He's made all this possible for me.
Wow.
Thank you.
Tell him I said hello.
I sure will.
Hi, Jimmy.
Tell him, Jimmy.
I just made a big old pot of crab enchilada this weekend.
Wow.
Did somebody say bye?
No, I said hi, Jimmy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. My dogs are barking, and I don't know if you can hear them, and
I don't know, but I'm just thinking of soft shell. I'm on my diet again, Jimmy, and now I'm thinking of soft shell crabs and all that.
You need to forget that diet. Look, you need to just plump right on up like me. You're going to feel so good about it.
Plump right on up.
Yeah. Great now. Yeah, there you go.
No, you don't. Even I sure love soft crab. You really brought back memories on Chesapeake Bay. Crab sandwiches and stuff, man, they're tremendous.
I'd love it.
Now you're gonna have to order out something tonight, Jimmy, to come.
I know. I don't know what to do. Nancy's not here. All I have is, my peanuts, and that's it.
Yeah, you could get the hop sing Chinese tonight, Jimmy.
Yeah,
pizza, Jimmy?
Huh?
No pizza?
Well, I do have some in the refrigerator. I'm glad you said that. I do.
Troy, what did you have for dinner tonight?
A ham sandwich that Nancy shoved it through the screen.
See, I told you.
Yeah, she never did make me a ham sandwich.
Like being in maximum lockup, huh, Troy? They just slide that through your window there.
Got his underwear on.
I wish we can virtually order. How did you know? How did you? Is she outside? Let me check outside the door.
She could be.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I need to go back to Droid's Hangout, and I want to see where Nancy stepped in. I want to see. I know she felt when it was all over. She said, "I felt like I wasn't fixed up. I mean, she was just minutes from going to bed, and she was all. They saw me at my worst. I said, don't worry about it.
She's lovely.
That's very lovely.
Lovely woman, Jimmy.
I mean, you know, for an 87-year-old woman, she ain't that. I can say that now because she can't beat me. Right now, she's probably at the cabin watching this right this second.
That's right. Your next video will be about a crisis line or something like that.
No, the next video will be watching me being thrown down in the dirt about 6 feet.
That's what I'm saying. Your next video, you have a black eye in it and everything.
Yeah.
Next life, it's going to be Reverend Jimmy Rance.
Just help me, people. That's all.
Reverend Jimmy Rance's prayer line, huh?
Yeah. I used to look good, but you beat me.
Yeah. You'll have to get one of the donate button for that hospital bill, you see.
Yeah, I have to get an e-bagger. I need some money, yeah. Fix all
after she breaks all of them to that and breaks your arm.
You used to look good, but she broke my nose.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. Like an idiot, I gave out my address, and this is live. Boy, I'm real smart. That's using my prepper sense.
And Nancy's got all the hardware up there at the cabin. Right?
She has a lot of it up there. I'll tell you what, she's got about, well, she has over, let's just say she has thousands of rounds.
Wow.
Some stuff that is armor piercing. That's why, never mind. She's got some stuff that'll wake your ass up and then put you back to sleep.
You better be calling her before you get up there.
Yeah, no, she'll be coming back here in a few days. Unless she sells the house, buys an RVs and leaves me, I don't know.
She seems like a good woman.
Yep. Jimmy, go steal your neighbors' numbers off of their house. Just switch them.
Yeah, there you go. I love that, Jimmy.
Pamela, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you ever come or live in New York? Because that's a New York style of what we do back in the East. That's a good one, though. That's a great idea.
What do y'all do in New York?
Yeah, what do you do?
No, I'm saying she said you switch the addresses so it'll be knocking at somebody else's door.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's a New York
trick. That's real Goodfellas shit right there, right?
I love it. What you should give the X's, if you got any X's, out there, that's what you give out. You give the X's address.
Tommy Carbone, huh?
I never would have thought of that. I need to go
forget about it.
Yeah, you do have a state trooper next to you or something right there, Jimmy. Let him go on in there, right?
Yeah.
Breaking.
Well, we have a sign on our door. It says "I am 911." So.
Oh wow!
I like that. I like that.
Yeah. Come on in.
Protected by Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, I have that one too.
Yep, that's always a good one.
And
I'm protected by Moshe Rabinowitz.
That's the best of all. Hey, Debbie, you shoot or anything down there?
Do what?
Shoot guns or anything down there?
Not unless they done something wrong to me. No, yeah. I shoot guns and stuff like that. Yeah, I do all that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I used to, one time when I lived about an hour away, I used to get off my front porch and just shoot there in the yard and everything.
Right.
So now that y'all have my gift, y'all send me a Christmas card.
Yeah, you might get more gifts, Jimmy. More baseball bats and paraphernalia and all that.
Debbie Lynn, can I ask you a question?
What's that?
Well, I think you're a gorgeous man and a gorgeous woman, and in both. I mean, you look beautiful in either garb.
Yeah.
Have you always had a lot of women in your life go after you? Because you're such a handsome guy and girl. I mean, I don't know what to call it.
At one time, I was pretty wild, believe it or not.
Here it comes.
And yeah, I used to be a woman chaser.
Did you?
See, when I was growing up, I was getting kicked out of the house all the time. And at the time, I had to find somewhere to live. So at the time, I was living with women about old as my mom.
Right.
And I was like probably about 10 years old.
Oh,
and
wow.
So I was living with women and sleeping with these women so I could have a place to stay.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so this is kind of stuff what I grew up on. And at the same time, I was taught to chase after women. And that's what I guess in a way I kind of ruined a few marriages of mine over that too. But they was doing the same. They was chasing around too. So I mean, it was good for the goose, was good for the gander, I guess, But I've been with quite a few women. This is my fourth marriage. I got about a half a dozen kids.
4 marriages.
Yeah, and I've had a few been blamed on me, and I got them all the way from Florida, all the way from Illinois, and.
You need to write a book.
Yeah, I've been told that so many times, it's unreal.
Well, you should, because it's quite the story.
I mean, 'cause my life has been a pretty wild ride, and I mean, I think I told you on one video of mine where my dad was kind of abusive, and at the same time, it was like when my mom and him split up, I went straight from the frying pan into the fire because the next relationship she got with was somebody who was a loan shark, and that was out of Detroit. And so at the same time, I was growing up around that crap, and I was in the hood at the time, and I was actually the only white. We was only the white family in a big bunch of, bull crap. So
wow.
Yeah, it's just it was a crazy life, crazy ride, and so I pulled myself up out of it.
Yeah, obviously, you look great.
Good.
Good for you.
Your lady's nice, and you look like you have a nice home.
Yeah.
You're a cool guy, girl. What do you want me to call you? Do you want me to call you? I don't know what to.
I know.
I'm sorry.
That's what everybody's kind of flipped out by me right now because they ain't used to somebody like me coming to the world, But I mean, I'm just telling my story as it begins, as I'm coming out to the world.
Okay, so I'll call you female then, because that makes you feel good.
Yeah, and I came out, transgender, and I was pretty popular in Detroit and everything, and but I lost all my friends now, and I dropped them all for everybody on here.
Well, you got new ones.
Yeah, and so I had at one time I had over 500 people on Facebook that I went to school with personally that I knew, and till my niece outed me on there and tried to embarrass me in front of them all, and that was right at the beginning. I've been on here about a month.
Yeah, that was about the time that you were thinking about pulling off, and then you said, "To hell with it, I'm staying." That was your turning point. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. And so I said, "Piss on, I ain't gonna let nobody run me off. I never did before. What the hell am I doing now?"
Right.
So, and I'm pretty cocky anyway. I've always been straightforward, and when I say something, you can pretty much bank on it. And I never was one to candy coat things.
Right.
And so my family, they don't even know how to take me, And like I said, on here, people don't know how to take me either because I don't. I guess I got the way I act, it's like I'm straightforward. My mouth there in your face. I don't give a shit. But I'm a T-girl. But I'm a T-girl. But it's like a Johnny Cash of T-girls almost. It's like
it is. It's different.
Yeah,
but Devin,
that's what's catching everybody.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Are you okay? I know you're the T-girl and all that stuff. Are you a lesbian like me and Drory?
Well. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I'm a lesbian, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. I like women.
Jory just woke up.
And I don't believe myself. I don't go for man on man. To each his own. But
right.
I like women. That's all there is to it.
Because it's so complex, really. You know, I mean,
that's why I'm asking questions, because it's like, where else can we learn? You know,
women. You can be with men, and it's kind of, you know, there's a lot of things.
Right.
You know, that's where a lot of people don't understand this. See, like I said, I've been studying this stuff for a long time, and I didn't know what the hell was going on with me either at the time. And I flipped out over this because at the time I had low testosterone. And the doctor, when I went there, said my testosterone, or I didn't say nothing about my testosterone. I just said I felt blah. He said, well, you need testosterone. And he comes out with 2 vials, and he's pumped it in my arm. And then all of a sudden, within, I don't know, about a few months, I started getting rage. And my rage was built up so bad, I had my whole street scared to come out of their house.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I'm 5'11", but I have a cocky attitude.
I got you.
It's not because I want it this way. It's because the way I talk and the way I handle things, and I grew up in a rough neighborhood, and I grew up like this because you know, being out of Kentucky and straight to the hood, you know, and it's just been a wild ride for me. And then people around here they're not used to me either, you know. But you know, I am what I am. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Yeah. Well, Jimmy's going to nail you down in that chair.
Yeah.
You're kind of a fascinating person.
Well, you've got some beautiful daughters who love you and adore you, and your wife, and you've got such support there. You know, you've got a lot to be thankful for.
Well, you know, I done drag shows one time, and you know, it was extra money. I was making like $300 a pop. You know, I'm making pretty good at it. And I was like, hell yeah, the money's good. You know,
way to find pop.
Yeah, just for a few hours of work. All I had to do is lip sync a few songs. But I went in there while everybody else was doing this new wave stuff. I went in there doing Sarah Evans songs. They was looking at me kind of strange at that time. You know, but you know, I am what I am. That's what I told them. But they all laughed me, or I wouldn't be getting the money at the time, I guess. And then there was sometimes when I went and I didn't have no show, but I would still draw about $200 out of the bank and bring home to my old lady and say, "Here, I made this," just so I can go out and be myself. You know.
Yeah.
That's neat.
Good
for you. You know what you could do?
What's that?
You could get all dolled up, get on the stage, just change the words a little bit. Mama sang bass.
Yeah.
You can pull that shit off.
Yeah. I mean, I've had some. I don't know how you know. I've had people check out my videos, and I've had some high up there people checking my videos out, and I'm kind of stunned over that. I don't know if that's the true people or if they're just, you know, robots, whatever. But you know,
cool.
But there's about four people up there and way up there, which y'all know.
Just be yourself. It might just be all you have to do.
Yeah, and I started after I done that one song with, you know, I done for you. I was thinking, well, hell, I could really probably take that and make something out of that. I want to try to get something going off that.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, you're such an interesting person. You really are. You're cool. I like you very much.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm different. You know, I've been
like
different.
different.
But yeah, but you know, later on.
I hate the same. Don't you hate the same?
Later on, I will be full time. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, Debbie, YouTube is plenty spicy, huh?
But I know what I'm gonna buy Debbie left for Christmas: a vice grip that's gonna fit in that damn chair.
That chair, I tell you, they already asked that chair.
Yeah, I've already went through 2 chairs because of you guys, both of you.
I was the first chair.
Yeah.
Jimmy's the second.
Yeah, and yeah, my old lady got mad at me because I went from that chair in there to my furniture chair in here. And she
wow.
Well, hey, Rosie can sell you a chair. Good Lord, she has about 500 of them.
Yeah.
In the conference room, take your pick, Deb. I'll
that's cool. You got a lot of comfort in there.
We got the secretary chair over there, and then we have all the hard
boss's chair.
Yeah, we like to be comfortable in here. That's for
sure. I can't keep chairs that good.
I would love to see your home. I'd love to.
I'd like to visit here, Debbie. You will be here.
It's gonna be. It'll be.
That's fine. We're not going anywhere. Life on the Rancho. Everybody's welcome to come up and see us. We really narrowed. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag.
We could have a hangout right in the hangout. I mean, we could all be in the hangout.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but Jen and I have started to narrow down RV thing here to something that's throwback, but I think it's pretty damn cool. Right, Jen?
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll leave it at that. We'll leave a little teaser on that. It's still probably a month or so away, but we're narrowing it down. It's going to be more on the collectible RV side.
That's a good idea. If you can, why not? Why not have something really different and unique?
It's different, and it's something that should be a good investment besides a good rig too. So it should be very, very interesting. So we're excited about that. So, and then we'll be off to, what was that address again, Jimmy?
708.
708.
No, and I wish you could splice that out. I can't believe I get sometime to a point, man. You just get. That's how things start. You know, I mean, I get so just
You got to.
Like now, well, it's going too late now.
You know that. What's that?
You got to think before you open your mouth on things, don't you?
Yeah, but I tell you, well, never mind. Yeah.
You know that song from West Side Story? Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Be cool, boy.
Well, I think.
There you go. You got Troy. You said West Side, baby. There you go. The Sharks and
you want me to tell you a really cool story? I grew up in Los Angeles, in West Hollywood, California, and at the time I lived with a couple of friends.
Hi, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Hi,
Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Nice great job, Joe. We appreciate you helping out, and don't be camera shy. We're a big family here.
All right. Yeah. Hey, Joe.
That's our break man right there.
Continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to tell you, West Side Story. The reason is I live with these couple of gay guys, right? So one, my very close friend, he lives in Santa Barbara, who I'll be going to see. He brings home George Chakiris. That's from West Side Story, the Chico or whatever, the brother. And I watched West Side Story with George Chakiris on my sofa. He had his legs up on my lap, and it was the coolest. And I was about probably 20. It was fun, and he was good looking.
That's neat.
It wasn't me. Cool. This guy, my friend, his name is Michael. He goes, "You can have him."
Wow, there we go.
He went to bed and left him with me in the living room. We watched West Side Story.
Yeah, I grew up in LA too.
Really?
Who said that?
Yeah, Debbie. Yeah, Wolf down Diamond down there. Debbie grew up in LA too.
Oh.
Born and raised.
I went to in San Fernando Valley for junior high, and then Fairfax and Hollywood High for high school.
Is it raining by you?
I don't know. Is it raining by you?
I'll tell you, with the headset completely covering my ears, I hear it coming down like cats and dogs, and I love it.
Really?
Oh, I love it. Oh, man, it's coming down so heavy. I said, man, what is that noise? I thought it was a fan, and it's the rain coming down. I love it. It's music to my ears.
Yeah, we just got through the rain.
Checking Bay News 9.
No, that was Jen. Her microphone is open, Jory.
It's only partly cloudy here.
Maybe not. Maybe it's not.
79 degrees.
It's beautiful.
It finished raining over here an hour ago.
Yeah.
Must be moving this way.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Irene.
Good night, Joe.
Good night, Irene.
Good night.
Good night, Joe.
Night, Joe.
Night, Irene.
Yeah, every time I hear that in my mind too.
I was thinking that too. I was thinking
yeah.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
To leave you, but I really must go.
I'll be right back. I got to paddle Jen for a second. I'll be right back.
Be gentle. Be gentle now.
Yeah, beat the magic.
You want to use my flogger?
No, Debbie, you asked me about that, about the male-female thing. I've only been on hormones for about 4 weeks.
Oh, you're brand new.
Yeah, I'm brand new. I've only been on 4 weeks. I was about close to 300 pounds before all this.
I can't even imagine.
Yeah, I done this from juicing and different, to where I've been studying for like 15 years. I studied it out and found out what fruit and vegetable does what to your body. And that's what I was doing, and that's what I was going for. Anything with anti-age or anything like that.
Hello.
I'm 48 years old.
Hi.
Hi, Sonny.
Hi, Sonny.
What's your
How are you?
Sorry, hi, Sonny. What kind of food do
I'm
you?
usually tucked into bed this late. Not usually up this late.
Well, it's not even that late yet.
Join the
We're
fun.
just chooching along 24/7.
There you go. We're just chooching along here.
Oh, Lord.
We're on the Chattanooga choo-choo.
Oh, there's Sonny there. Hi, Sonny.
Hey, how are ya?
Good. Welcome aboard. I love your voice. You sound so good in chat. Your voice, and you're in RV Devs have those rockin' radio kind of voices.
You're so sweet. Thank you. I'm never. I always try and be really nice, and I love everybody on this chat. I did want to talk to Drury though. Drury, I want you to be nice to Corey.
Which
so
Corey?
I saw what happened this afternoon. So fuck it.
Oh, Corey. Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love all of you, and I saw what happened this afternoon, and I was not happy with that.
Neither was I.
Neither was I.
I don't think she was trying to tell you not to make up with our colleague. What I do think she was trying to do is just give her own personal perspective. And
yeah, but you're trying to strong arm me, and I don't let a female talk to me that way. She can talk to her husband that way, but no woman talks to me that way.
Well,
what's the difference between a female and a male? Wait a minute.
Wait a second, Debbie.
One at a time.
All I want to say.
I'm talking to Sonny right now.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
All I want to say is that the select, words and gestures during the conversation were unbecoming. That's all I'm saying. We can all have a respectful conversation. But don't. I mean, it's actually upsetting to see that.
We're human, and that's the way it is. Either you can handle it or you can't handle it. But the thing is that people can talk and speak their mind, just like you said. Their opinion, is their opinion, but they also have to be able to accept my opinion. Okay? And I said I agree with her.
No, we all accept each other's opinions. That's what the expectation would be. But again, we should be able to have a respectful discourse and conversation with each other.
Right, but when somebody loses their temper on a chat, I mean, that person is out of control. It's late at night, and people lose their temper, and there's no cause for that. It's called dialogue. It's talking it through. But when people lose their temper or chicken out and leave the hangout, to me, they just want to have the last word, okay? They can speak their mind. They can speak their mind, and that's what it's all about, speaking your mind. But when somebody wants to strong arm me, it's not just me. She did it to Sweepy. She did it to many people. She's a tough gal, okay? But she doesn't talk to me that way. There's no cause to change the tone and to talk tough. I don't take that from anybody. Not a man, not a woman. I'll give you respect, but when you disrespect me, I'll come at you full blasting.
See, now what you said sounds a whole lot better. That you won't take it from a man or from a woman.
I don't have anything against women. That's why I told my friend
but it
Debbie.
sounds like you do. You may not really feel this way,
you can't look for that little 5 seconds and judge a man on a lifetime basis for 5 seconds, because you have no business even being in the room with a man like that, correct?
I don't get that.
The only reason I'm calling is that I have all the respect for you, and when I respect, I like to discuss if I have any concerns or questions. So that's why I do.
I appreciate you stepping forward.
Well, I'm glad you came on, Sonny. I'm glad.
I mean, I always like to bring ladies abroad. If I had a disrespect for any woman, then they wouldn't be coming to my chat. I wouldn't want to ruin my reputation, so to speak, but there's times when it's late at night, people get tired, but I stand by my convictions. But if you ever want to have a debate, I will explain it from A to Z, but I know that some people have a short, they don't want to hear negativity, they don't want to hear anything. That's why I say, you listen, no one's married to me. This is a thing between me and my wife that I'm sharing in my past. And if you'd like to hear the story, I'll open it up. But you have to look at the big picture.
Right.
And
I
you can
think
use
that
your judgment.
if you're willing to step in and ask questions and have a conversation, you have to be willing to see it out till the end to give everybody a chance.
Thank you. That's my whole point. Yes.
So, and I also wanted to tell Debbie Lynn that I thought she's beautiful. I think you're very beautiful, Debbie Lynn.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gonna get a big head. I just told her that too.
Yeah. I ain't dressed up for the occasion.
I'm going to tell you, Debbie Lynn, the most beautiful thing about you, sweetheart, is your personality. It shines through. And so
I appreciate it.
I love your personality.
There we go.
They got some pretty eyes.
Girl love there. There we go. That's very sweet of you, son. Very sweet.
That's funny.
And your point's well taken for sure. So I just think if you come in, you see it out. That's all you do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
It's good. So it can get ugly in the middle, but sometimes it comes out good too. So at the end, so.
Well, I think that amongst friends, when people talk things out, they get a better understanding of each other, and that's what it's all about.
Right.
That's right.
There you go.
Now Debbie will lead us in a song. RV does.
No, I've had too many of these, and I don't want to mess it up.
RV does Kumbaya.
Where have all the flowers gone?
There you go.
Long time passing.
Yeah, there you go. You're getting back to it.
All the flowers gone. Long time.
Again, little by little, we're pushing Deb back on the stage again here. One night she's going to trim those nails and come in with that guitar and say, you know what? It's throwback day today, and here we go.
I am actually, when I get on the road, I am going to start playing the guitar.
All right, there you go. I got to hear that.
Yeah, I got to work on the calluses.
Jimmy's putting his request line in for...
my voice is lower than it used to be, but so what?
I'll tell you what, it's hard. I ain't had the guitar off the shelf for I don't know how long. I got that banjo up there, too. I'm going to get that out sometime. But right now I'm trying to work on this guitar thing right now.
It tears your fingers up.
Boy, I tell you what.
Yeah, you got to earn those calluses on those fingers, that's for sure.
When I played all the time, my tips of my fingers could have scratched you if I could use it like to scratch a back, just for calluses.
Yeah.
Jimmy, that's your Chinese food, I think it's. Aren't you gonna get the door over there? Let that dumb bastard wait over there. I'm in the middle of chat.
All right, I think I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to kick back and enjoy the rest of the show. I love watching you all, and Rosie, you're a leader in your community, sweetheart. I love watching you, and you know, you've really shown a lot of us just a lot of stuff we didn't know, and I think you're a leader in your community and certainly a trailblazer. So I appreciate that too, and I'm going to say good night to everybody. You have a great evening.
Good night.
Thanks,
We love you.
Come back anytime, son. You're great.
Thank you.
Thank you for not calling me a butthole. Thank you.
Hey, the night's young, Jimmy. There could be other featured guests coming on. This is your life.
Yeah,
you know.
well, tonight
I
ain't
remember Jimmy when he was just in Mississippi down here. He was a hell raiser.
Yeah.
He's dropping that chalk on the floor, looking up those dresses, dropping them damn pencils on the floor. Doing all that. Imagine that, Debbie. You know Jimmy was a hellraiser, huh? Down there in Mississippi.
Me?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, it was sweet. Let me tell you.
That's funny.
No, I'm not mean.
I figured Jory was the hellraiser, PS 205 or something. Right, Jory, huh? Hey, what are you talking to me? You talking to me?
Ran with,
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole. Welcome back.
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, Nicole.
How you doing, Nicole?
Hi, Nicole.
We have poured oil in the water here, and the seas are calm now, so welcome back to you.
Thank you.
Glad to see you back again.
You know how I do. I flutter in and out.
Flutter in and out. Did you have to walk
Took
the
a
dog?
power
Had to walk Milo.
Actually, I was stalking a Canadian.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Canadian.
Everybody loves Canadians. Did you notice that? I mean, Canadian. Everybody loves
Yeah,
Canadians.
They're just such a nice group.
They have money. Their money has value. Yeah, no, never mind.
I mean, I keep watching Line Screw One. I'm like, man, yell at somebody, do something, you know. And he's always nice to everybody on the road. Like, you asshole, move out of the way.
Did you see Chris Travels up in Alaska? The gas was like 309, and here in Florida it's like 359.
Yeah. I guess they're near the refinery there.
I know. I didn't realize that.
So,
how much is gas by like you?
Right now about 341, something right in there.
Ours is more than yours. That's really something.
It's weird, but we were high for a while because we had a refinery blow up that just makes California. We have a special blend that you can't interchange gasoline with California due to smog regulations. They have certain additives and things that they put in. So when our price spikes, you can't expect rigs to come over the hill with bringing in thousands of trucks loaded with fuel. It ain't going to happen. So we get really screwed when a refinery goes up that makes California blend. So we spiked up over $4, and when everybody else was at $2.20 and $2.30, we're up over $4.35.
Well, right now you guys are below Florida.
Yeah, so it's weird. Yeah, but I don't know why Canadian. I guess it's the taxes.
282 over here.
Yeah, that's decent, Joe. That's near Tampa.
Yeah, here in Gibson, Tennessee, it's like 282.
Oh wow, really? Yeah. I'm Tarpon Springs.
God, why would you be so high? Because you're not that far from.
I don't know. 20 minutes away.
Yeah, weird. Worth the drive, Deb, I guess.
How much?
Our gas is 247.
327.
247.
Wow.
247.
Ours is 327.
Ours is 247 to 252.
All right, I'm checking gas, buddy.
There we go.
Yeah.
That's a great app.
Gas buddy.
Yeah, because Chris would roll into town and he would know exactly what the prices were. Yeah, Gas Buddy.
Gas Buddy.
So it says find it near me. So okay, let's see.
You have a link posted on the side.
It's not 3. I'm wrong. Not 3. It's 257.9.
257.9.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're way above you. Yeah, because of our stupid California Governor Moonbeam.
Yeah, I was way off. Duh.
Yeah, we're about 2. We're under 254 and down to 2.
Want to see a really neat app that I think everybody needs?
Sure.
I just got it from, of course, YouTube. It's this. Wait a minute. Let me get it on there.
Oh wow, I don't have my
phone. It's called Bubble.
What's it called?
And you know when you're parking, it's called Bubble, and it I gotta get it so you can see it. But it's a
leveler. Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Wow, that's pretty damn cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
I show my bank account.
Because you know when I'm putting my trailer up,
might as well throw the bank account up there with the PIN number too. Y'all help yourself.
You already hacked my account. I don't have any money.
Oh,
man.
Don't you think it's kind of cool though, a little level like that?
That's really neat.
Yeah, it's cool that they could build that in mechanically so that could actually sense that it was being
actually a level.
You know,
and it's called Bubble or called Level?
It's called Bubble.
Bubble.
Here, wait a minute.
I know I'll forget, and I'll have to ask you again because Nancy has my.
It's okay. It's just called Bubble. But I made it. I saw another version of it. I think it's the same one. And I did a search for level. You know, level. It was hard to find, but I found it. Bubble.
I think Nomadic Fanatic had that. He was doing something when he had Tilly trying to rebuild the upper bunk, and he put a thing like that on it off of his cell phone. Y'all saw that?
I saw that.
Yeah.
That's one of those
I don't remember that part, but
that's one of those things you don't think about when you're buying an RV. You always assume you can just park it anywhere, but hell, if you're on a hill or
no, you
something,
gotta have a level.
you're trying to sleep or something. It's like holy hell, forget about it.
No, it's not that hard. I have.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. You have to just know how to do it. And, I learned. I'm really glad I had the 19-footer for a few months.
That's great.
That helped.
I'll do mine. I'll back it up, hook it up, level it, take everything.
That's what I'm going to have to do. The whole thing.
It's pretty tricky when you have a Class A and you have that switch that goes out.
Do you slide?
The slide out, and it has to be perfectly level.
Yeah.
With the hydraulic leveling thing.
Actually, they have systems and those kind of things that do it automatically.
That slide out otherwise goes all cockeyed.
I wish they had that for travel trailers. I wish I could push a button, it would just level everything out.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd love that.
Because I have these
I did
blocks.
get it.
I have to put them on blocks.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Square things.
I got this trailer has an electric hitch.
That is.
Oh, that's
neat.
nice.
Well,
I got a crank.
I know.
Here's my electric hitch right here.
I have the crank.
Yeah,
I know. Believe me, I did. But then you still have to wind the levels when you.
Yeah.
How much do they cost? Do y'all have any idea? Those automatic level. What do you call them things that lift your travel trailer?
Electric
when you have
hitch.
to crank it?
I'll do it $50, I guess.
No, they're not that much.
Is that a jack or something, Jimmy?
That's each time.
It's a level jack, but I don't know.
You can buy them.
I think the electric ones are about anywhere from $120 to maybe $200.
Well,
I'm glad mine
I'm
came with.
gonna switch mine out. I get tired of doing.
I feel
all
like
that
anything
crap.
I can do to save my back, I'm gonna try.
Yeah, I got a bad shoulder. I need. Well, when Deb, if she ever comes this way, I'll just steal hers and trade her.
Hey, Jory and Joe, did the Class A's have the automatic leveling system?
Yeah,
Joe?
we got self levelers.
Okay.
You hit a switch and it empties the airbags and then it drops down for
that means it's
leveling jacks and automatically levels it.
Is it
Or
forward?
you can do it manually, however way you want.
Okay.
I reached for a French fry and I pressed one button and the whole coach went on two wheels.
Yeah.
What?
You probably almost crapped yourself, Jory.
Yeah, I tell you, don't do it to raise the tires off the ground.
Change your tires.
Control. It's like
Does yours come with automatic levels?
Yes, automatic or individual, like Joe showed me, and I had to learn it. And thank God the books were in here, and I learned, and I had to read it, and I said, "Oh, what's this?" And all of a sudden, went, and like, and then I had a water jug, a 2.5 water, bottle over there, and I pressed the other one, and all of a sudden I'm leaking water, and I'm saying, "Where the hell did that go from?" It's like as if somebody shoved the whole house over to the side and knocked the whole water on the side, and I'm leaking. I'm saying, "Oh, thank God it's not fuel." So you learn real quick, real quick.
Yeah.
You know what you ought to do, Troy?
That leveler's good.
When you're driving down, I don't know, in Florida, like those cars, you ought to just let it jump up and down.
You mean the South Central LA jumpers. Yeah,
Did you just get that there, Jen?
Chicano ride.
What do you got?
That looks like a different one.
I've got the level here. I level.
Okay,
there
you go.
For the iPhone.
Oh, is that
what's that? Oh, okay.
Why didn't you do that when we were building the shelves for your tractor? God damn.
You forget to have it, right?
He's always after I do. Oh, here's the tool you needed, right? Here's your speed square. Oh,
well, now when we get that collector's
RV,
and we have to park it, now we can use the phone to level it.
If you have automatic ones, just put it on the top.
Say, Jen, get out there and jack that son of a bitch up.
You see how it shows the degrees after it's off? That's neat.
It shows the degrees in the corner here too. Up here, see there?
Wow.
The police are going to let you wear it on your head and do that with your eye test.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can really see minus, plus.
Well, that's important, though, really, for your refrigerator to be, because what is it, 2 degrees off or something?
Yeah.
You don't want it to be?
I thought I was in the Titanic, man. My whole coach was like this. I had to walk like I'm walking underneath the Titanic, you know?
Yeah, you brought up a good point, Jimmy. Also for, compressors for refrigerator systems, people don't realize if you're more than 2 degrees off level, you're getting like 25% more wear on your compressor.
Right. I guess you need that level for the refrigerator that way you have uneven cooking.
That's it. Uneven cooking, your eggs don't lay flat.
Yeah.
When you're washing your chooch, I mean, the water don't go down the drain, you know.
Also, on an RV, there is no compressor on your refrigerator.
Yeah, I'm just saying for a house.
And you always want to park your refrigerator on the shady side.
Yeah. And you don't want to really pack and load down your refrigerator because it doesn't have a compressor. And I would put a temperature gauge in it too. We have one that's really neat, and I don't know.
Well, we're just gonna have beer in it anyways.
That's our secret, Jen.
We're just gonna keep beer in it.
Debbie.
Yeah.
You know how to defrost a refrigerator?
With a hairdryer.
No, never with a hairdryer. I saw these videos on TV, on YouTube that they show you with an RV.
Yeah.
The fins are made out of aluminum. They're very thin, and if you use a hairdryer, there's plastic behind that holds those fins slots. And they said a hairdryer would melt it, and you can ruin your whole refrigerator. They said to have boiling water in a bowl, put the bowl in a refrigerator, and let the heat melt the fins. You understand? Like just for the
that's the way my mother used to defrost the freezer.
I've seen on YouTube with the hairdryer. I don't think you should hold it real close.
No, I know. I would have used the hairdryer too, but they said just the water to do it.
Just keep it moving, though, he said. Ron Aller did a show about that. If you saw it. He says you'd have to just sit there and hold it. And I don't know. I've always done
can't you go on the cool air
water? That's how I've always done it, and it works well.
But can't you go on the cool air setting or something like that and do it?
What's that?
What is it, Debbie?
The cool air setting. Can't you do it the cool air setting or something like that?
Well, you can shut off the refrigerator, but it'll take it a while just to recool again. And but I didn't think about the water. To boil water and just put the bowl in there, and it just rises the heat, and it just makes it drip. And I was missing like a little tube, like a drain tube, so I made my own drain tube, and I got a little cup there to collect the water out of the pan that comes down to a V. So there's tricks out there on YouTube that teaches you that. That's why I brought it out. Because I was going to use a hair dryer, but they tell you they'll melt the plastic if you're not careful.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. But you can do it real carefully, I suppose. If you don't hold it tight,
absolutely, of course. Yeah.
I kind of be leery about it though. Putting the hair dryer inside, something was going to get wet though. That's kind of scary a little bit.
Yeah.
I think
it's just that if you look at the inside of one of those refrigerators, there's, like you said, the ribs, and they get full of ice.
Right.
And you don't want,
they freeze.
Especially in a humid environment where you have a lot of condensation and stuff. Every time you open the freezer or the fridge, you get that buildup in there.
I wonder if does a refrigerator really gobble up propane? Because I've always really used like the what do you call it? The power, the door power. I've never done it on propane. Will it suck it all out quickly?
I don't know.
I have a 6 cubic foot fridge in mine.
We'll be here, Nicole.
I'll probably come back again. In and out.
I think it takes a long time to use up propane, though.
Hey, Joe, what do you know about propane refrigerators?
I know a lot about them. I had to replace mine.
Yeah, well,
I learned a lot on it.
Do they gobble a lot
on
of
the propane? Mine don't use that much. If I was to use it, put propane in mine in, I don't know, over a year now. And I got a 14-gallon tank, and all I use it for is just for the water heater and furnace. But that's if I use the furnace, which I really don't.
Right.
You know,
I've used it one time. I ran it one day when I first put the new refrigerator in. And it ran good. I didn't use that much, I don't think.
Yeah.
I still got propane, so.
Because
people say
I think the heater
drive with it
would take most.
Because I know there's
the heater because it's a 12-volt system, and with a 12-volt system, I mean, you can have batteries really good and a really good charging system to run the furnace, I think.
Right.
I don't have the best of a charging system for that, so I don't really use the furnace.
I have a question. The question is, when you're driving, let's say I'm going to have a travel trailer.
Yeah.
Do you keep your propane on in your refrigerator, like you don't turn it off while you're traveling?
You got 3 settings on there. I don't know if you got 3 settings on yours, but you've got an AC, gas, and DC.
Or auto.
If you run a hot wire, if they run a wire from your battery up front of your vehicle and connect it to the charging system, and then run to the battery you got in the front of the trailer, that'll keep a charge up, and you can run your refrigerator on DC. But they're well insulated, so really, I mean, they hold up pretty good as far as keeping it cool.
Yeah.
And maybe every now and then you may want to stop when you stop somewhere, turn the propane on and run it that way.
You know what I do, Jeff?
People say you can go down the road with the propane running and keeping the refrigerator cool, but I don't like that idea. That's scary to me because I think it causes a fire.
Like if Deb, you pull out, if you can get some ice somewhere, I'd put some ice in the refrigerator and shut it, go. A lot of people debate, well, should I have my propane on, like, to keep my hot water heater?
No, I'm going to turn it off.
I would shut that joker off. Maybe a lot of.
You know what? I'm not going to be driving so long that I'm not going to be driving like 10 hours. I'm going to be driving 5 hours.
I wouldn't do it for an hour. I just
5 hours. I'd do what Jimmy said and just put a bag of ice in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea, and Jimmy.
That's what
You're
I
so
do.
Smart.
I don't want any gas burning when I'm driving down the road.
No, after somebody hits you in the back.
Then you light a match and your whole rig blows up. Nah.
Yeah, if you got
rig is your home.
But I don't do that though. I know.
But I am going to have good insurance. I will tell you that much.
You already priced that out. Already, right? You called.
I've got one priced out. I'm going to price out a couple more to see what's best.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff to do because I'm full time.
Where'd they come from?
Right. I'd like to.
You know what'll help? You know what might help you too? I mean, like I don't know about the rest of you. I mean, I've got the regular refrigerator that came with the RV, and then I got a little electric one I got right here in front of me.
Yeah.
And between them both, I know they both work real good and everything else, but for keeping cool, I mean, if you're only going to drive 5 hours, I'd use the bag of ice. But like my cousin, I mean, he drives with his gas on. He keeps his refrigerator going that way. I told him he's an idiot.
Yeah.
But you said you have a second one, so that's just landline, right? That's not propane, your other one?
No, that's electric. Yeah, that's an electric one with a compressor and everything. It's a little, I don't know, it's about 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
It fits right here inside, or I can put it, if I want to, I could have put it in the basement, but
Yeah, like
It
I
works
got
good
one.
right where it's
I
at.
got one. If you see if you look over here, we got one. We got one over here that's sort of built right into the cabin. It's like a.
Oh yeah.
That's
It's
nice.
it's like a dorm size, and it just fits under where normally you might have a dishwasher. That's the beer stash in here, and it works real well. It works surprisingly well, and keeps everything cool. And it doesn't use a whole hell of a lot of electric too on that. So yeah,
No, they don't use a whole lot of electric.
They don't. I'm really surprised. I'm impressed.
I like that one
Have you
that
ever seen
Fanatic has. It's real small. I don't know.
Yeah,
that looks really good.
What the hell is that? He bought that at Walmart. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Buddies. I don't know whether. No, that was the heater, but yeah,
It looks
He really likes it.
Yep.
I mean, if you
I'm
want
gonna get an ice maker.
I found out.
Ice maker.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Debbie.
I
Take
found
care.
out the hard way.
Good night, everybody. Thank you,
Night,
Rosie.
Good night.
You're welcome. Always a pleasure, Debbie.
My RV
Let me,
has an outside kitchen, and I have an extra refrigerator out there, and it's just electric.
Yeah, that's
Well,
like
that's nice. A little extra one. That's a real nice thing.
Nomadic Patriot has, where you can open up the side of it and you're on the
Yeah.
outside.
That's nice.
I
Same
like
kind
it
of
because the grandkids, I can put all their drinks and stuff out there, and then run off, off the beach and go
And
right
they don't
there
have to
and get
come
their
in
drink.
and open
Yeah.
the fridge.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Because they'll do it 100 times,
That's a good idea.
Plus two, if you ever smell ammonia, shut it down and get out of your RV and air it out. Because if you get an ammonia smell, that means you got a leak in the RV refrigerator. Right. It's very dangerous.
Wow.
It's another thing to worry about.
Yeah.
Where's
yeah,
my
you have
list?
to know all the stuff. Yeah.
Because there's nothing's going to sound off and tell you like a carbon monoxide deal or anything. It's going to tell you anything if you got an ammonia leak.
Well, smelling will tell you for sure.
Yeah,
just the smell.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't like the smell of
carbon monoxide in it and everything, huh, Debs? The carbon monoxide detectors and.
Yeah, it's already in there, but
You have all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I knew you would. Well, you haven't taken possession of it though, right?
Well, I took possession of it, but
you have title to it.
Well, what I mean,
the RV shop I have never really taken.
I didn't know if it was at the garage thing.
It's at an RV shop. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah, I didn't know if you've.
Yeah, and I brought him the TV, and I brought him the thing that they put on the arm that swivels back and forth. So they'll put that in.
Yeah.
And then I noticed too that it had a super regular queen size long, So when you sat on the edge of the bed, it would go down because it was longer. So they're building me a new piece of wood that's going to go all the way out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Got like a support up under it. Yeah, that's neat.
Yes, because otherwise I didn't like that.
Yeah, that's great.
I
I love the way your rig is set up. The TV, everything. Mine, I get a crick in my neck watching TV, and I hate that. Why do they do that?
Wait till you see how cute it's going to look. I mean, it's going to take a little time, but.
I mean, yours makes mine look like a turd. I told you. I'm sick. I'm devastated.
I have a regular, and I have a door to my bedroom. That's rare.
I got a curtain. Just a doggone curtain. Man,
I know. Most of them do.
Door. One little extra measure.
My other one was, my 19-footer had like a bed and the stove and the dining room where you could touch everything all at once. You could touch every single thing in the whole place within a move,
Take a bath, microwave the pizza.
Yeah.
Well, Dad,
you have like a little garbage can, and you can reach from the toilet and you can reach from the kitchen.
Debbie, let me ask you this, because you're having a bit of work done down there at that place. Did they tell you? I mean, are you going to get sticker shock when they tell you how much it costs, or do you have a ballpark idea when you're having these?
Well, when I first went in there, because the guy that sold it to me also got stuff done there, so that he knew the guy, so he brought it over. And we looked in the books under all the vents, how much they cost. And So I ordered a vent, and he's very expensive on the what do you call it? Labor.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how fast they work.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Probably. Well, yeah. I'm thinking that putting in the vent, putting on the slide topper, doing that thing with the wood, you know, for my bed, and putting on the TV, and changing all of the light bulbs that were not right, and all the rubbers being replaced wherever it was worn out. So I'm thinking a couple $1,000.
Yeah, you think maybe 10 hours of labor for something like that, maybe, or materials?
Well, I know that he's charging me about $400 for the fan, and about $400 to $500 to put in the slide. I know it's a lot of money, but I can't do it.
You got to do it.
Of course not. You got to do it. What's the alternative? Yeah, of course you have to do it.
Hey, listen, when I finish with this, it will be worth every dime. I'll get my money back out of it.
You're right.
Because I'm going to upholster. It's going to be pretty. It's got good bones. You know what I mean?
That's your home. You know, when you're
it's going to be my little home.
Yep, that's it.
And no matter what you do, Debs, there's always going to be a smart ass. Oh, well, I could have had that done for half the price. Well, that's on you.
No, I realize that. And most people could have done, a lot of guys could have done this work for $500, you know. But I want it done, and I want it done like now. I don't want to, yes, I want to drive away knowing everything is working.
Yes,
and they might charge me like a couple extra $100 just to, they promise to take me through, you know, everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't care. I just want to make sure I'm okay.
Well, obviously,
just one thing I did, and you're probably going to do this, but when they're actually, you're doing the walk around or whatever they call it, everything, film them, because I'm telling you, you're going to.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Film it. That's what I did.
Great idea.
What do you mean?
Especially when they're talking about the propane and the water and the hot water heater, all these things. I do want to know. I want to where the fuse box is and.
Yes.
Yep. I'm going to be into it.
Ask them where, like, if you ever have to winterize, you're going to have to be able to throw a switch and cut off the hot water heater because you don't want all that. What do you call it? The Freon? Not Freon. What do you call antifreeze going into your hot water tank? Yep. You're going to need to know all this stuff. Oh, you're going to learn so much. You're going to love it.
That was a great.
Hopefully, I won't be in the freezing, for a long time.
I really would film it, though. I highly recommend that because I remember whenever the last one I bought, Nancy, we took notes and we kept that. Wait, do what? Wait, what are we supposed to do? What?
So much stuff to do.
Yeah, it's just so much to process. I mean, you're talking about plumbing systems, electrical systems, and leveling systems, and black tanks, and gray tanks, and water lines, and regulators, and and it's like,
Jimmy, that was a great. I never would have thought of that. What an excellent idea.
Film.
Yeah, videoing
it. You have a great camera. Film it, and say talk right.
And I've been filming every time I go there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very good idea.
I mean,
welcome back, Lucky.
Hey, welcome back, Lucky. Jimmy, God, pardon me, but geez, that's a hell of a great idea to film and get it from the guy that owns it or go around or the dealer and have every little, because, there's a million, you're so excited at that moment that half the shit goes in one ear. You're like, let me just get the rig, let me just get the hell out of here,
And then you have
I'll be sitting there looking at that video, you're right.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, just give me the effing keys and let me go.
Yeah.
And then you're down there, you're like, I don't even know how to put the son of a bitch into reverse, or I don't even know how to.
I know, like putting the awning up, I gotta make sure I know how to do that.
Joe's laughing. He's seen it a million times down there, RV dummies, right?
Debs, I'll tell you, I would go like at nighttime to like and maybe you know how to do this. I would go really to a parking lot, and I would practice that joker up. And once you get it down, it's nothing.
Practice, yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Jimmy,
the biggest
problem
with
thing I heard this month is videoing that damn thing.
the biggest problem to me, like where I live, is because the street's so small, you'd almost have to like pull into somebody's driveway, like all the way up.
Right.
That you've got it straightened enough to get back to
well,
where
I'm sure your neighbors love you. You know, they'll be cool with that.
You're gonna hate having that there, but I don't care. It's gonna be
yeah,
there till
Jimmy,
it's
that's great.
late.
I mean, you ought to do a video on that. You know, tell people, you know, when you get that RV,
Are you gonna?
You feel like you're gonna pee your pants there. You got to use your prepper sense and get that camera out and film that thing.
You know who could do that is Drory, because he was a professional. Now, if you want to know, ask a trucker to do it. Me, I think you don't want me to do it.
Drory, you get that damn video, that walk around. Here's what you want to do when you get
Yeah.
You're gonna still become an. Our plan is that you're gonna help me back or park it, right?
But you gotta sign a disclaimer that Jory's not responsible for any damage.
I'm not stupid. I'm saying it right now.
No, I know, but you gotta sign a disclaimer. I'm just being upfront.
Okay, but draw the papers up and I'll sign it.
There you go.
Well, come to Colorado. I'll show you how to do it.
The biggest thing is don't hit the house because I just sold it.
There you go.
I'm going to take the house and the trailer away. You're moving with me.
Hey, welcome back, Lucky. I'm glad you came back in.
I'll park my trailer next to yours, and we'll be perfect neighbors.
There you go.
Welcome back in.
Keep me in line.
So just make sure when you start the walkthrough with the videos, make it in segments, and then make it by topics, like
that's smart.
Like the sewer stuff, the black tank, gray tank, one video.
Yeah.
Then like the kitchen thing, a separate thing. The shower thing, a separate thing.
It's a good idea, though. You're right.
Divide it all into certain segments, so that you don't have just one big video and then you have to search for stuff. Make sure that when you video that, you make it in certain...
I'll stop it and cut it.
Right.
What I would do, too, if you wanted to really go viral, is say, this is what you do not want to do. And then you do a segment where you actually crash it into the house. Like, this is what you do not want to do. And Rory pulls out
how you don't park.
Renown all over YouTube.
It's a how to not park it.
When you pump out the black tank and the schmutz flies everywhere, this is how you don't want it to be.
Hey, I tell you what.
That would be disgusting, wouldn't it?
I
got a box of gloves.
That's schmutz is flying.
Actually, somebody, and I'm not gonna say names or nothing, but somebody just posted a video a few days ago where that happened. They were pumping out the black tank, and it kind of got dickered, and
Merry Christmas. There you go.
Stuff started flying everywhere.
That's probably Les. That's the only person I know that had it, Les.
Oh wow.
That's a bummer.
So anyway, so there's a lot of things that can go wrong with anything. And then definitely, I mean, has any of you probably seen the movie RV with Robin Williams?
Yeah.
I mean, you see how much can go wrong, right? I mean,
there you go.
Anything can go wrong.
You know what, though, in a regular house, things go wrong. When I first moved into this place, I was laying in bed with my husband, and we heard like swishing sound. And I was dreaming, thinking, you know, what's swishing? And it was in the wall. A pipe broke in our shower. I mean, if he wasn't here, I wouldn't have known how to go outside and turn the water off real fast. So you really have to know, no matter where you live, how you turn your water off. Right? Oh my God! If I was alone that day, it'd still be running.
Very true.
Wow. Debs, have you ever eaten, or do you like to eat at a place called the Sonic Drive-In? It's kind of a burger type joint.
Yeah, no. She can't go there with her trailer. Don't tell her about
that Sonic thing down.
I won't bring the trailer.
No, it's got a low underpiss. Almost one day with a 53-footer. I was so hungry for those burgers. Sonic is out.
But I have been to Sonic, yes. I have.
Not anymore.
There's not one real close.
We were in Texas, and I was starving. It was night, and I pulled in the thing, and I didn't, because I'm not used to the thing being higher. And they have, you know, the covers where the cars pull under the thing, and I forgot about it. And Nancy said, "Stop!" Wow. And I mean, I was like that far from tearing the whole damn roof down.
Wow!
Oh my God! So
yeah, you gotta remember you're taller and you're longer.
Yeah, you gotta watch the bridges too. I've seen a picture of a Class A hitting the bridge and just
courtesy of Drury, RV Rex.
Yeah, courtesy of Drury. That.
Oh God! Did y'all see that we did?
There's too much to worry about.
Exactly.
Drury, I'm sure you knew it coming through Baltimore, Fort McHenry.
I'm trying to do everything to keep Debbie at home.
Hey, it worked. My RV the next day. I said, hell with this.
You don't want me to leave Florida, Drury?
No. Why do you want to leave Florida? You have a home. Everything's in place. You know, you should just take the trailer, put a body in there to rent, and you make some profit.
My house is sold.
It's sold.
Yeah, I told Rosie after watching that video, let's just pitch a tent in the backyard.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jen got the idea. There you go.
Yeah.
No, but I am thinking about calling your the park, you know, like I discussed with you, and I talked to that guy, and he had a space.
George is still
I might do that.
It's all about the timing, because all the Northerners are up north. So it's all about the timing.
I know. At least if I'm going to be in Florida for another month, I'll have a pool and a jacuzzi. So.
Yeah. Also, Deb, it'll give you extra time to familiarize yourself with every single aspect of your rig before you.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was going to do, is just get real comfortable in my place and finish up any business loose ends while I'm going to the doctor tomorrow, and we'll see.
Yeah, hi Debbie, welcome.
Hi Debbie.
Hi Debbie.
Hello Debbie.
How's everybody?
I'd stay up all 8 hours tonight, but I got to go to a doctor's appointment at 9:40.
That's all right. It's always a pleasure to have you in here, Deb. So I know
No, I'm still here. It's not that late yet.
I'm picking your brain a lot, I know. So it's just stuff I'm curious about because you're trailblazing for us out there. So what we're going to
I can't believe I'm a trailblazer.
How's it feel? I know.
Yeah, you're a gypsy now.
It's just, you know, I've always had a gypsy soul, though.
Yeah, Joe.
I don't know if y'all hear me. I'm gonna go because I gotta get up early and finish this damn Go Fast. So.
Hey, Joe, thanks for stopping in tonight. Okay.
Yeah.
And thanks for doing
nice
the
talking to you.
and everything's all good. You know, I'm very happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you,
no
Joe.
problem. I didn't do anything. You came on your own, man. I was trying to figure out how to do it.
All right, well, that's all good.
If there's a problem in the future, somebody's gonna have to walk me through to figure out how to do it.
That's all right. It's all good. All right, you have a good one, Joe.
Take care, Joe.
Again,
Ice, baby. There's a problem, I'll solve it.
Yeah.
You know, really, this was
how do I get out of
a good
this?
night in a way. Except for these
I know I'm looking on the side, and I feel kind of torn in a way because at the corner of my eye, I'm catching Tim, Fearless Patriot McKenna, put up a video while we're chatting, talking about, you know, please, please, please don't shut down the side chat. But, you know, there's such a way off on that.
They were putting my address out there.
Right.
That's why I got pissed off, and I just said, here it is. And I wish I would have done that now. But Lord help you if you come back. Yeah, come on.
What's the sense of being on a side chat? You'd rather be up front and center and join everybody.
To just come in, you know?
Yeah, that's all.
The thing is that there's a lot of times if there's no room.
I know, it's that's why we try to make room to move other people along, and you know we have to be respectful and say I'll step out.
Who is this with the? gonna have to say goodbye to that one.
Where's Moon Man?
I have to ignore it. With my Meniere's, I can't deal with that shit, that movement. I gotta. Oh, they're gone.
Yeah.
Come in with crazy movements and eyes up here and eyes.
He muted you, Drury.
Go ass in a minute.
Who was that?
I don't know. Another weirdo.
Another troll. Yeah, that's exact, brother.
I didn't know they could do that on the picture.
And another one bites the dust.
Yeah,
and another one's gone.
Yeah, they can get. They have a link. They can get in. If it's a link, boom, they're in.
Yeah, that's why I try not to post the link. Sometimes I do. I don't care no more. But the chat, it's going to stay off.
I like Troy does it with personal invitation.
I like the chat window because I like to go back and forth and see what everybody's saying.
Yeah, it's called the
answer
pause button.
questions.
It's called the pause button. Play, pause, play, pause, play, pause, play. Jimmy Lance, Jimmy
Not really.
Lance.
Not really. You're so crazy, God.
Oh, you have no idea.
No,
I know. I don't want to know.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right, Mama.
That's all right.
It's all right by me.
That's sing it, Debbie. That's all right, Mama. That's all right.
Rory, do it. You do it, Rory.
No, that's what Elvis is saying.
Sing it to me. You should come in and sing to us.
No, I'm not a singer.
That's all right, Mama.
Hey, Bobby, you ever do karaoke? Karaoke? What karaoke?
What?
I sang that song on one of my videos. It ran everybody out. One of the lowest.
What's this Bro Broski? Who's Bro Broski?
Hello, bro.
Bro, freestyle.
Hello, TOS. How you doing?
What the world?
Yeah. The missing link.
The natives are restless.
And y'all.
That's my last name. Don't use my personal information, please. Thank you very much.
Here's my
That's
address.
why you only do one show a night.
That's right.
Breaking my sack. What was that?
That's right. It's called a visual display right there. Debbie's like, how in the hell did they do that?
I think Jordan had 11 in his hangout last night or the other night. Somebody had 11.
Yeah, I'm trying to extract everybody to come in, and I'm pushing people out. I'm doing this, and I'm trying to make room and come in there. Come at me, bro. Come on, man. It's all right.
Men are just too much sometimes for me.
Thank God.
Just like women are too much for you.
Just don't forget who built that trailer for you.
What happened?
Gives you something to think about. Made by men.
What are you talking about, Jen?
What happened to Lucky here?
He's here.
He's there.
He's probably getting
He's going for an extra box of Whoppers.
Yeah, he's getting his Whoppers or checking.
Is it my eyes or maybe he did something? But I swear to God, his picture looks like he's got a green beard. Is it me? Is it my eyes? Or do y'all see it too?
Yeah,
I do.
I mean, is it green? I mean, it really looks green. Yeah, green.
it's green.
He might be trying to be a leprechaun.
Yeah, there's
Like Obama.
Hey man, come on in and talk to us. Quit all the bullshit. Come in and talk.
There was a St. Patrick's Day picture.
Oh, me Lucky Charms.
It was Lucky Charms, yeah.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to get something else to eat. Jimmy must be starving, sitting there chewing on peanuts.
Yeah, sitting there eating peanuts. Sitting here. It's weird with Nancy not being here.
Rosie, what do they call that? Gnome or grome or something like that they put in a garden, you know? Like
garden gnome, yeah. G-N-O-M-E.
He looks like as if you put the little dunce cap in it. He looks like a gnome or whatever.
Who?
Lucky.
Oh, Lucky.
You know, with the beard.
They call that the gnome cap now. They don't call it. There's no such thing as a dunce cap anymore. It's not politically correct to have.
Oh, because he scared me when you went like this with the.
Yeah, just like you don't have lawn jockeys anymore. Remember the statues that everybody used to have and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm old school.
Old school.
I didn't know if Lucky looked green or was it just my eyes. I don't know. He looks green to me.
Yeah, that's the
that's his icon up there for
He was painting Rosie's kitchen there. So it looks like the same color tablet there, It's like,
yeah, we do love our greens here.
That's Obama. Now you see why we don't put the lab. Now you know that's a troll.
They go out as fast as they come in. It's fine by me. So
I don't know why they just don't sit down and say what they have to say instead of act like a little 13-year-old.
Well,
because they're probably,
they probably are 13.
Yeah.
You sound like a kid.
That's it. That's it anyway.
Yeah, boy, that's real. We're real shocked when y'all do that. I mean, you're talking about people. We have seen it all. We've done it all. We have wiped up mustard baby shit. We've cleaned up. You think you're gonna bother us coming here doing that? You lost your mind?
Rosie, you can't blame me that they came from me. I never had that problem. I'm only learning how to take care of that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
To the people too, but not to idiots.
They're all here because of me. They all want a piece of me.
Did a magic trick.
They want me.
Do a magic trick.
I want to see the magic.
Yeah,
Lord.
You probably inspired Jory to do some magic now, huh, Jory?
I'm gonna win some money.
Oh Lord! Don't quit your day job.
Oh, I quit my J done. They said, take your retirement, get the hell out of here.
Oh Lord!
I have my own fingernails where I can pick the teeth out of my teeth, but oh well.
Hey Debbie Arola, did you find that? Did you go on eBay and try to find that thing?
I didn't go on eBay. I went on Amazon.
Okay, eBay's a better site because they have guys that take apart old stereo amplifiers and part them out to pieces for rebuilders and stuff. So you can find speaker terminals, knobs for the front, glass pieces, all that stuff you need to rebuild.
Yeah, I try to rebuild my speakers. I just went to Amazon and ordered a whole new set.
There you go.
Kept the knobs, kept all the tweeters, the tweakers. Didn't help.
Well, there's a guy here in town that'll fix it for me, so I'll just take him over. I've actually got two of them that are bad now. One of them County and the other one the JVC.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy do-it-yourself kind of job, though. If you just go in and put those parts in on eBay. What is that, Jimmy?
Can y'all see that?
No, you got to talk about. Yeah, okay, all right. What about them?
Well, that's just y'all recognize anybody on there?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. What about them?
I don't know. I just wanted to show Jen that. See, I don't know if I did this one or I already did it or I need to do it.
Oh, you about got some of the same ones I got so far. I got my list going on. I got a few on there too. The same ones.
Rosie, you can press the eject button on that guy, and he can now come into this hangout. Once you eject him, he can't use that link. Eject, and then he can't come into this hangout no more.
You know, I just immediately mute him, and then he doesn't get to say anything, and then I can take my time ejecting him.
I got one too.
You know,
no, look at that.
You know, oh, there's Lily.
Lily Bell.
Yeah.
Hi, Lily Bell.
So cute.
Look at that cute thing.
Yeah.
I showed Nancy she wants that thing so bad.
And you know, she just wants to be near me. She just lays in front in a little ball.
I bet y'all know these people. Y'all see there?
Yes.
I think about y'all all the time. I'm even writing your names down. See that?
What about Jimmy Jr.?
Jimmy Jr.
Yeah, you need to get a shout. You got to get a shout for little Jimmy Jr.
Jimmy Jr.
Yeah.
Jimmy Jr.
Actually, everybody that's on here is in here right now.
That's it.
I don't know if you can see it, but there you go.
What was all that?
Good Lord,
I think when I do my shout outs, I want to have to do one for Jimmy Jr.
I need about 20,000.
Jimmy Jr.
What kind is your little black dog, Jen?
It's a little pug.
A pug.
Look at all the babies.
That's Georgie. I bet he was asleep when you went to grab him.
He's so cute.
No, he actually just went outside and he came back in.
What kind of dog?
He looks half asleep.
What kind of dog is that?
Yep, he's tired. That's a pug.
A little bit.
Oh, that's a pug?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, he's a cutie.
That's a vicious.
I love his ears. Oh, he loves you.
Yeah, he is a cutie.
There's nothing better. There's nothing better than a little sweet dog's love.
Yeah, there's another two. There's another dog.
I like
too.
big dogs too.
There's a big dog.
Yeah, I've seen him walk around.
Mandy, she's the big dog.
I like
here.
big dogs too.
That's the one out here. So.
Let's go fishing, y'all.
Yeah, Pamela, where are we going fishing?
Yeah, we
Fish
can't.
on. I want to come to Florida and fish.
There you go.
I live right on Lake Tarpon.
I saw
2,500 acre lake.
I saw this video yesterday where this guy was in a kayak and he pulled out the 75-pound fish and almost keeled over.
I don't know how they do that.
That's
Gotta
funny.
come down this way and go fishing. I think they even have them on TV. Matter of fact, some of the places around here, if I'm mistaken. I've seen them on TV.
Yes, South Carolina's got a lot of good bass fishing spots up there and stuff.
Yeah.
And South Carolina's renowned for some of the, I can't remember the name of the, there's lakes there that are kind of in the low country. I can't think of the name of it. There's some very famous fishing, it begins with an S. I just can't think of the name.
I can't think of the name either. I think I know.
Salmon Lake.
No, it'll come to me while we're chatting here, but
I can't think of
very, very famous. That's very famous area. It's like supposed to be the best fishing in the U.S. or something. They have tournaments and everything.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I think that's over by Columbia.
Yeah, I just can't think of the name right now, but it'll pop into my head. Yeah.
Y'all Google Bill Dance. I put it in the group chat.
Yeah.
If you want to laugh, this guy is hilarious. Some of his blooper reels of fishing. His name is Bill Dance.
Okay.
He's good.
If you want to laugh, this guy is unbelievable.
What kind of fishing does he do? Does he just do?
He does like bass fishing. And
okay. It's not ocean fishing and stuff like that.
And he'll pull like under a tree, for example, and he'll cast it, and a snake will fall out of the tree and into the boat on it. And it's funny. One time they were trying to back the boat down a ramp, and the boat, the what you call it, the trailer was still hooked to the boat. And so when the truck pulled off, you had the boat and the trailer was in the water. And he said, "What's wrong with this thing?"
Oh my God!
You gotta watch it. I'm telling you, y'all will love it. You even if you hate fishing, you will crack up. I'm telling you, I promise you.
I always wanted to do deep sea fishing, to get out there and hook a sailfish or a marlin or something like that.
I've done that for 30 years.
Or a great white.
Yeah, well, I don't know about the great white, but maybe something a little friendlier.
Catch a hammerhead or something.
Steven Spielberg, after he came out with Jaws, I used to love to swim in the ocean. After that, I said, dos for dying.
Ain't no shark on land.
No, they can play in their playground. I'll stay in my little wading pool.
Yeah, I think that cured a lot of people who've gone in the ocean for a while.
Let me tell you something.
The thing I can't understand is these guys that go out surfing and they get bit on their board gets bit, a big chunk out of it, and in a week, they're eBaying for money to get another surfboard, and 2 weeks later they're out there paddling around. I mean, dude, one of these times, you're gonna get your side chewed in. And you're gonna
That's me. That's why I stay on hangouts. I was a surfer on Walikahani Kalani Beach, and they took a chunk out of my rear, and I said, you know what? I'm done. Kalani Kahuni.
That's it. You wanted to keep your cojones intact.
No, they're gone. He got a part of the cojones, man. They went raisin in the sun.
Oh, gee.
Wow.
They never got along anyway, so, we were dust for dining with them, too.
Hey, Rosie.
Yes.
True story. This is going to thrill all of you. The day after I saw Jaws, which was really a very good movie, and I fish a lot because I grew up on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. The next day after I watched Jaws, my father-in-law wanted to go fishing, and so I said, okay. So here we are, and we're not really that far offshore. The propeller fell off of the motor. The shear pin came out in the propeller.
Yeah.
Now the tide is starting to go out.
Oh no.
And you can't do anything. There's no propeller. Well, guess who has to go in the water?
Jimmy Rance!
This murky water, and the whole time, I swear, I'm sitting there with the water, and it's doo-doo, doo-doo. It's one of the scariest days of my life. But I found it. I found the thing.
I bet you did in record time, too.
Man,
Jimmy kind of likes feeling that bottom down there, you know?
You went noodling, huh? Noodling for those catfish.
Grab that damn manta ray down there or something to step on that son bitch.
Oh, that was scary. I mean, that was horrible. Or at least it was.
We had a houseboat. We popped shear pins before on stuff, but luckily the propeller stuck on there. So
I didn't find the shear pin, but I found the propeller, and my father-in-law had some extra.
Oh, good.
Raised it up just so we could get in. So.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Pamela. I didn't mean to bring it up. I'm sorry, Pamela. I didn't mean to bring George up. I mean, I know that you enjoyed that fishing, but we're worried about you, girl.
Oh, don't worry about me. I stay in the boat.
Pamela.
You need a bigger boat, like they said in the movie. Get a bigger boat.
I have a Boston whaler. It's I think 19 foot, but I need is it it's not the propeller. It's the thing that moves the water through the engine, and it looks like a little fan.
Oh, I see.
And it's in the lower unit.
You have an inboard?
Impeller.
Yeah, impeller.
Yeah.
Impeller.
I need one of those put in.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can saw.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
You can saw that Boston whaler in half, and it will not sink.
I know. That's why my husband got it for me.
They are the best.
Yeah.
I used to have a well craft. I don't know if you ever heard of a well craft.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's crafted
nice.
well.
Yeah, Jen used to work in a boat building factory. Tell them about that. You used to build boats, fiberglass
Tracker marines.
Yeah.
Really?
Tracker, very nice. Tracker's a good boat.
Yeah, she used to spray the fiberglass on the forms and everything with the mesh on it.
Well, you need to come visit me because my whaler's like a 1979, I think, and I needs a little bit of work done on it.
Well, Pamela, how big did you say it was?
I think it's 19 foot.
Okay, well, you could go out in the ocean and that. I wouldn't go really way out. Not out in Galveston, I wouldn't, but you could go out a little bit.
I take it out like in the bay and stuff
that'd
like
be fun. That would be great. Yeah.
Well,
And I do all that by myself.
I thought I saw you in a kayak. Weren't you in a kayak or something like that fishing?
I have 4 kayaks and then the whaler.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Cool. Just be safe out there.
Yeah.
Pamela, let me ask you this: where did your love for fishing come from? It's it's not that unusual, I guess, these days, but you don't have as many women that are crazy about. I mean, you're crazy about fishing. So where did that come from?
My grandfather loved to fish. He loved to fish and work in the garden. And he said if he ever died, he wanted to do either working in the garden or fishing. He wanted to die that way. And we lived in Belton, Texas, up by Fort Hood. And my dad and my grandfather went out on a fishing trip. And my grandfather liked to get out on the dam. There was a big pylon there, and he'd get out and fish off of it. And my dad would go off on the boat for a while, and he came back to pick my grandfather up. And as my grandfather was getting into the boat, he had a heart attack and died in my father's arms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But he passed on that fishing to all of us, and my father loved to fish. And my father would wake me up in the middle of the night and load me up in the boat and take me out with him. And I would just get tired and lean up against him and fall asleep. So it's just kind of bred into me.
Oh, that's really something. I mean, that's tragic to just have a heart attack. But at least he went out doing kind of like what he loved to do.
Yeah,
so,
exactly what he wanted.
I guess we should all be so lucky to be doing something that we want to do when we jump from this mortal coil onto the next life. But I was just fascinated where your love for fishing came, because you got women that enjoy fishing, but you love fishing, and there's a big difference between the two. That's pretty cool.
Planting, you gotta wait for the fruits of your labor, but fishing, you just grab that little snout and you can cook them right on a barbie, shrimp on a barbie.
You know, it's an escape from reality too. When you get out there, it's like everything else just kind of, it's gone.
Right.
You're just out there in the nature with the birds. And
it's beautiful. At least you can live off the land and the sea, and just like our ancestors did.
Yeah. Speaking of, how good are you at filling up the fridge and the freezer with your catch? You
real good.
Okay. You must like fish, huh?
Yep.
So you got to get some recipes out there then.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
A lot of butter, a lot of lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is there any fish that's your favorite fish that you're real happy when you catch to eat? What's your favorite eating fish that you catch?
Redfish. Redfish is number
great.
one.
Redfish.
Wow.
Redfish, a drum.
The red drum.
Yeah, red drum.
My
Aren't they in kind of the deeper water? Pamela, drumfish, aren't they kind of in deeper water?
They come right up in the shallows.
Yeah, they come right to you. Yeah.
They'll come right up to the bank line and eat off all the stuff that's up there, up in all the grass.
So what about crappie and all that? You like crappie and all that too?
Oh yeah, I love anything.
What kind of bait do you use, Pamela?
Now you're hungry as hell, Jimmy.
Live shrimp is my favorite.
Okay.
But I use gulp, Berkeley gulp, and stuff like that sometimes.
Wow.
Man, you do the same kind of fishing. I'll tell you something. The first time I brought Nancy on a camping trip in a travel trailer, we pulled into the campground. It had a really nice fishing lake. Now, Nancy loves animals and everything. I mean, she is just passionate about that sort of thing. Well, I wanted to fish, and I was just fishing for perch, bluegill, brim, if y'all know what that is, and I caught one. I mean, I was using a fishing pole, not a rod and reel, but an old cane pole, and I caught a fish probably 30 seconds after when the worm hit the water, and when I brought it in, she saw that I guess it swallowed the hook and saw the blood on the fish. She started crying.
Oh.
That ended my fishing because it hurt her so bad, like she thought the fish was in such pain. So I just said, well, that ends the fishing trip.
Well, thank God you didn't give that fish mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
No.
You know, the same thing around here. I get a hog or something like that and have it slaughtered, and my family won't even eat it.
Wow.
Yeah, they're like, well, we fed that thing. They don't want to do nothing with it. Then the same thing with the chickens. When we had chickens.
Well, Jen, you were raised on a farm, and you had to slaughter animals and stuff out there.
Oh yeah. Take the chickens by its head, rip it, sling it like that, rip its head off.
Oh, thank you. I guess I'm going to have to stop eating chicken wings tomorrow. On my list. Oh, man. Rip the head off. Make it kosher, huh?
Take the head. Take the axe handle. Take the goose.
Wait a second. Let me get wait a second.
Chop it off.
Take the axe handle. Let me get this in.
I mean, that's how you live.
Yeah, Jen. Brings home meaning to choking the chicken right there, right?
Back in the day, if you ever heard them wild stories.
You learn how to do that when you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Back in the day, they'd have them wild stories where they'd take a chicken, they'd cut its head off, and my grandma my mama, she would take her finger and make a circle in the dirt and put an X in the middle of it. And then when she cut the chicken's head off, she said that chicken in the middle of that circle. And while it died and everything, it wouldn't jump out that circle because, you know, she did that right there. It's like some kind of voodoo crap or something. I don't know, but it was crazy.
Whoa, wait a minute, Debbie. And she'd put a circle down.
She would take a chicken, she'd cut the head off, and she'd take her finger and draw a circle in the dirt and put an X inside the circle. And then after you cut the chicken's head off, you set that chicken down that circle and it won't move out of that circle. And then if you watch it die, the eggs will break inside the chicken. But if you don't watch it die, they'll stay whole. Yeah, it's old Kentucky. It's old Kentucky wives tale stuff. It's, you know, and it works though. It really does. Yeah, I'm kind of stunned over it, but yeah, it does work.
Wow, that's really strange.
Well, we didn't have time for that. We would like 2, 3, 4 of them. Chop, chop.
Oh my God!
I waited till Jory come back.
Jory, that built your appetite right up, didn't it?
No, chop, chop. I thought it was a joke. She said, no, you twisted chicken and you...
I told you, Jory. No, that's what they call choking the chicken, you know? It's right there.
Oh, man, come on, man.
We slaughtered our own cows. We slaughtered our own pigs right there in the barn.
Oh man, I'm kosher, man. Hold on a second. I reckon I'm gonna have to move.
Here we go again. Here we go again.
We had our oink oinks, some moo moos, and everything.
I think it's
I would be able to. I couldn't kill them because I'd probably raise them and love them.
Well, that's what my old lady would do. We'd have a whole bunch of.
Well, let me give a shout out. Lucky, are you on listen mode?
No, I'm right here trying to cook me something to eat.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
Okay, yeah, we were worried about.
They were about to come knocking. They were about to come knocking at your door, Lucky.
Yeah.
Like you're stupid.
We were about to have the SWAT team.
It's okay as long as you're all right.
Jory, that ain't gonna work, Jory. That ain't gonna work.
I'm gonna waste some money. I feel 25 most of the time.
Watch on this heart of mine.
I walked in because.
No, I'm singing George Strait. You're singing Old Clementine.
Yeah.
Because you're mine.
Boy, now I'm really hungry now.
That reminded me of Johnny Cash Hat.
Thank you, Jory.
Those are good. When I was over there, I had one of those.
Ice cream.
Pass me one.
Jimmy, did you order something to carry out or something to be delivered?
No, I was trying to get away from the singing, so I left and went next door.
And Jen's tales of slaughtering various.
Yeah, look at that magic.
Yeah.
Ice cream out of the hat. Check that out.
Told you I'll trick you for a trick. Trick or treat.
There you go.
No, I had to go to the necessary room, just to be honest.
That's what's funny as hell.
When you drink 20 gallons of this a day, you have to go. So, you know.
Well, that's good for you, Jimmy, to drink that. It's good for your system.
That's all I drink is water, just about.
Keeps you flushed out.
Well, I've got another trick right here.
Let me click you on where I can see. What are you going to make me some money? Okay, wait. What is that?
It's here.
What is that? A milk dud?
Yeah, it's here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not here.
Oh my God! How did you do that? I have got to.
Don't quit your day job.
That's good. Hey,
is the dog eating it? The dog's looking at it.
I live out here on my wife's street.
Oh, Georgie loves that.
Living the plug life.
That's Georgie. That's Georgie. Yeah.
Georgie boy.
Is that a trick? Well, yes, I showed you the other day.
Pamela, how much will you get on it? Number one, how often do you go fishing? How long are your average trips, and how much do you get on a?
Oh, Ow.
Ow.
No, I'm all right. Okay.
I like to try to put the boat in right before the sun comes up. It'll start getting the daylight, and I also have lights that I can use. I have a light I put on my hat, and I actually on my Hobie Pro Angler I have lights on the boat. But I like to be on the water in my fishing spot when the sun's peeking up.
Wow.
I just that's the best time. And
well,
then
how often do you go fishing?
Well, it all depends. It depends on the weather and
the tides. You watch the tides, the wind.
Yeah, you got to fish the incoming tide, right? Isn't that the best when the tide's coming in?
Yeah, and in the area that I fish in is a very shallow area. It's Galveston State Park, and so it's good when the tide's up.
Yeah.
Well, how much will you bring back on it? How long are you out there, and how much will you bring back on a good day, a decent day?
So I'm taking the travel trailer, and I'm going down and staying for 3 weeks. So I'll be right there, and I can just get up every day and fish myself to death. But I usually will come in by 3 o'clock.
Okay.
And they have a fish cleaning station right there and everything. And then if my freezer starts getting full, then, I'm not 30 minutes from my house. So I usually call my husband and say, hey, come pick up the fish.
Yeah, well, how much will you get on an average fishing trip? How many pounds, or how many fish?
Well, on the reds, you can get 3 a day.
Yeah, they put limits on.
Okay.
There's limits of what you can get.
Limits and lengths.
How much is an average red weight that you catch?
Oh, man.
Well, I don't know the weight, but 28's the longest you can get. And I think I've done like 27, a little over 27 and a half. I've got some pictures out to where me and my husband went one day, and we both limited out on them, and they were all huge.
Wow.
They just come in, just tons of them. You can see them come in and tailing and all, and your heart starts, beating real fast, and it's just a lot of fun.
For those of you who know nothing about fishing, just remember that the fish bites least when it's blowing from the east, and the fish bite best when it's blowing from the west.
From the west.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Yep.
That's my tip for the day.
Blowing from the east, blowing from the west.
Proper sense, Jimmy. Right?
That's it.
I can fish freshwater too, because I'm not 2 minutes from a creek that comes off of Clear Lake here in Clear Lake, Texas. I'm real close to it, so I can catch bass and bluegill and all that.
When you're in fresh water, you don't got no limitation, then, do you, or what?
Yeah, there's not. I don't think there is on bluegill. Little sunfish that we have out here, but there is on bass. But I've only caught a few bass, and the first one I caught out here, I felt sorry for because I hooked him in the asshole. Poor thing.
Yeah, well, I'd say so.
You think so, Jory?
Let me tell you something. She don't need no 12 gauge. She just takes that lure and reel him in. What's the name of your boat, Pamela?
I haven't named it. It's a Hobie Pro Angler 12.
Okay.
Alrighty.
My boat the name is Foreplay.
I think mine should be Pamela's Pleasure.
There you go. Well, I'm Foreplay. Hell, there you go.
Yep.
Did you ever join any tournaments?
I'm in the CCA right now, Star Tournament.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool deal.
Yep, that goes on through July, August.
Yeah.
I forgot the quitting day, but
I used to enjoy shore fishing in Hawaii. That was real good.
Oh yeah, Kalani Kamani.
Surf fishing for moi, and they called them Nanui rudder fish. Boy, they would fight like a son of a gun. But it was always a lot of fun to surf, but you could never turn your back on the ocean because you'd get these massive, weird rogue waves that would come up a while and knock you down on a lava rock, and that stuff would cut the hell out of you.
Oh, big time.
Watch that lightning too. That lightning will get you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing that. That's fascinating to me.
Thank you.
But you haven't gone deep sea fishing yet, have you? On a charter boat or anything like that?
No, I don't know if I could anyway. I have arthritis real bad.
Oh, okay.
And I've got, my hands are crippled and twisted, and I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah,
I'd like to try.
It's a job.
Yeah, because you might be hooked on 6 to 12. If you get like a blue marlin, you might be on for 22 hours fighting that fish in the chair.
You better be sure too.
And they come up to 283, 600. I mean, these things are huge. I remember in Ocean City, Maryland, they call it the white marlin capital of the world. But they get some blue marlin over there too. You want to talk about, I think some of them were 400, 600 pounds, some of those blue marlin were absolutely huge.
That'd be awesome. You had one like that, but
and I'll tell you, you get a hook up on that, and they just sit you in that chair, and they strap you in, and it's like, brother, if you don't want to trade it off to anybody, because if it's a record fish, it won't count. You have to be the one on the rod constantly during that whole period. Nobody else, once it's hooked on, nobody else can touch that, that rod or reel, or else it doesn't qualify for a record. But there's been guys sat 22 hours, 23 hours in those chairs fighting.
I don't know how they do it.
And one other thing you don't want to do, Rosie, you don't, like if you have it mounted, you do not want it mounted over your chair, because if it falls and that sword goes right through you, the fish that you kill can kill you. Just like a big racketeer.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. On YouTube, I've seen a couple of fish like that go straight towards the person. From the boat.
Debbie, when I was in Hawaii, Debbie, every single year, every month in Hawaii, you'd have Japanese that would come in and fish. You know, Japanese tourism is very strong in Hawaii. They love to come to Hawaii, and a lot of them will go deep sea fishing. And at least once a month, someone will get gored with a sailfish, will impale somebody. And if you know, they got those long 4 or 5 foot swords on the front, and they will, that fish is thrashing and everything when it's jumping, and they give you
a bone.
Yeah, that's a bone. That's a hard bill there, absolutely. And that thing is that's a business end of that. And I'll tell you, you'd see every month somebody would get gored out fishing on one.
Wow.
One guy lost his eye, killed through his brain.
Wow. Yeah. So you got to be careful when you go out there, I guess.
Well, you have to have what they call a good deckhand. You have to have really. Some of these guys just put people on as deckhands that don't know a damn thing about how to run a charter. They might be able to bait your hook, but if you're trying to land a fish or something, there's a certain skill set you need to bring that fish on safely.
Yep.
A 45. You need a 45 with your sight on.
Yeah, well, if you want a trophy fish or something like that, it takes a certain skill set.
Yeah, it's called survival.
Yep, survival. So, we see those things swamp people in those shows where they're trying to, get a damn alligator in a boat that's 16 feet long, and that thing's thrashing all over. I mean, if that thing gets a hold of you and you go over the side, now you're on his playing field.
He's going to spin you.
Yeah, he's going to spin you, and he ain't going to like that dance either, I'll tell you that. So, man.
Jen's going to say, you take that axe and you just cut him. You
That's right. Just right between the eyes. Wow.
Oh, my God. They still got some kick to them, even after you hit them over the tummy hook.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Let me tell you something. Like if you're deep sea fishing, and I know what I'm talking about here now. If you get into where there's a shark and you're in a shark territory, they say that to try to punch one right on the end of the nose. The only problem with that is it could open its mouth and then you can lose your hand. What you really want to do is you either want to get your hands in their gills and pull them, or you want to scratch their eyes. That'll make them. Don't try to punch them on the nose like they say.
Well, I'll take your Louisville Slugger, Jimmy. That's what they. I'll
take what's called a bang stick, and what you do is you hit them with a stick, and a 12-gauge round explodes in them.
Yeah.
No, you're gonna go like sting like a butterfly.
Like a butterfly, sting like a bee, baby. Right
now. Call me Muhammad Ali, yo.
Yeah.
That's right. Give them a left hook and a right uppercut.
A lot of deep sea fishermen will just, once they get a shark on and identified, they'll just cut it. A lot of times they'll just cut it loose. They won't even fiddle with it. You know, it's gone.
Well, they eat shark,
I do that sometimes with the stingrays, and I've caught a few of the smaller sharks, and I just cut the line.
Cut the line.
With that. Even sand sharks, little tiger sharks are.
Oh yeah.
So people don't eat shark. I think
high delicacy.
Yeah, they do. There's shark goes in. McDonald's used to put shark in their fish fillet. That was one of the component fish. Yep.
Oh yeah, there's shark fin. The Japanese are big on living off the ocean. $600 for shark fin soup.
Yeah. In Hong Kong we had shark fin soup and shark all the time over there.
That's right.
Really,
get on that boat with the 5.56 and just pop them in the head and reel them in.
Pop them in the head.
I'll tell you one, a lot of people don't realize in California, like whenever, like that, there's a place, I don't know, you've probably been to it, Rosie, called Ocean Beach Pier.
Oh, yeah.
Been to that? Where there's a restaurant on the pier, and you can order fish and chips. A lot of people don't realize when you do that, you're actually eating shark.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Shark is good.
Yeah, shark may still be a component of McDonald's.
I went to the Netherlands and I ate those rolls. They look like sausage rolls, and I ate
those. Wiener Schnitzel.
And they were actually horse meat. They were good.
Oh my God,
horse meat.
Well,
I've eaten scorpion, I've had camel, I've had more crap in my mouth.
Camel?
Camel, yes. Yep, camel. In Beijing, in the Forbidden City. We had a business dinner there one time, and it was amazing. It was
about camel toes.
Scorpion and camel.
Yeah, let's eat a camel. Let's eat a camel toe. That's the best part of the camel.
That was pretty damn good too. They Chinese do amazing
camel
things.
What's the best part of the camel?
They join one hung low.
One hung low. Camel toe daily.
A camel toe. There it is. One hung low.
Ain't nothing better than pig's feet and camel toe, huh?
Now, Debbie, do you eat pig's feet?
I've had them.
I can't do pig's feet.
I was raised up on neck bones, soup beans, cornbread,
and pig ears. I can do, but a damn, damn.
Buffalo liver, fresh buffalo liver.
Oh my God, oxtails! I'll stick with my chicken noodle soup from the
Rip it out.
Or you stick with your ice cream.
Rip it out. The giblets and the jubilees and oh my God. I'm gonna rip somebody's giblets. I'm gonna hack his little ass.
You stick with your ice cream sandwiches, Jordan.
Oh my God. First it was possum the other night, now it's, oh man.
Oh, Jimmy's getting some loving, look at that.
I thought that Jim passed over Georgie to him for a second.
Did your grandma ever make you tongue?
What?
Tongue.
Oh, I don't like tongue, man. I saw that tongue sticking out in that deli. He goes, would you like some tongue?
Yeah, tongue. My mother used to make tongue.
That's real big at the Carnegie Deli up there.
Yeah, they can get that Carnegie Deli. They can keep that tongue sandwiches. I'll stick with my lox and bagels.
That's all right. They got a good pastrami. I did do the best pastrami in the world up there.
Oh yeah, Uncle Ben's.
Rory, have you ever been to the Lucky Dill?
I just had it. A dill pickle.
Lucky Dill, the restaurant on 19.
Oh no. Is it full or is it
It's a
empty like the
must-do.
Terracity? Okay, I'll check the Lucky Dill.
It's a deli. It's a Jewish deli.
Oh, Jewish? What are you talking about? Why don't you tell me this sooner? I'll tell you the truth.
I'll tell you.
They got the big pastrami sandwich, corned beef.
Oh, if you haven't been to Carnegie,
Baby, you should have told me that before the cafeteria or whatever. But
you're talking Cuban that day, so.
My God.
You're right. I'll check it out. The Lucky Dickle.
The Lucky Dill, yeah.
if you're ever in New York City, do yourself a favor and hit the Carnegie Deli about 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, I lived there 24/7. I used to be a cab driver.
Yeah.
I went to Cats on Houston Street. Believe me, Livingston. I've been all over.
Junior's cheesecake, all that stuff we used to do.
Now I'm gonna start getting hungry.
Nathan's hot dog out on Coney Island.
Oh yeah, the Coney Island hot dog.
Oh, that's big time in Michigan, the Coney Island dog.
Jen, I need something to eat now.
Regis fries.
Oh my goodness, for myself. What's everybody talking about food?
Hacking and dicing and slicing.
Yeah.
My good boy.
I'm gonna have to make a pizza or something now.
I'll have to get a pizza or something. Jimmy, how do you do it? You haven't made a damn thing, Jimmy.
No, this is my supper. I'm gonna have rat terror.
Oh my God, you're gonna have
Shawshank.
Who's that, Jimmy?
Chinese food.
It's my little rat terrier.
It's so
What's
sweet.
his name?
His name is Rip. R-I-P.
Oh, I was gonna say tasty.
What does Rip think of cats in the neighborhood, Jimmy? I see your other dog in the back just jumped up on the sofa back behind.
See, I knew I liked you because you like dogs.
Yeah.
That's Rosie. That's her name. Rosie.
Oh, you have a Rosie?
Why in the hell is everybody named their dog Rosie?
When I rescued her, that was the name. I just kept it.
I know, it's funny. Deb's got a Rosie, and Jimmy's got a Rosie. Jen's got a Rosie.
Yeah. And this was.
I used to have a cat in Missouri.
Yeah, Rosie.
What happened to it? How did she taste?
Oh,
hey, Troy, that's Korean style. Korean style, that.
I just needed a hat, did it. What?
It's a cutie.
This is his favorite thing. Watch this. He loves.
They'll give you hours to stop that, huh?
Go ahead, look at that. Let me know when you've had enough.
They're real loyal too. They're real loyal too, aren't they, Jimmy?
Oh my God, yeah. This thing loves me to death. He's like just always kissing on me, and
my dog just leans against me.
Coming out of the closet too. I think
I should have married a dog.
Yeah, this is what you need.
Unconditional love.
That's right.
Yeah, this thing, they don't
Close the door.
They're just best.
Ain't nobody gonna be.
My best little friend.
Somehow Jory doesn't strike me as a pet kind of guy.
What? Close
Pet
the door.
tarantula.
Pendergrass?
No, you'd be good with.
He's cute.
You'd be good with a what do you call them? Those like they had on the hell was that show? The Big Bird, the Macaw, whatever the hell.
Macaw.
Yeah, Macaw. He'd be good with a Macaw on his shoulder, sitting there in his rig there.
Be pecking and pooping.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, you don't want no bird.
He'd be like, don't fucking bite me. I'm doing a show here, you know?
What are you talking about? Cookie Monster and the Muppets or something? What about McCall?
No, it's what do they call it? Like not a parrot or something like that.
Like one of these right here.
Yeah, like that. Wait a minute, let me get that.
Oh, cockatoo. You're talking about a cockatoo?
Yeah, cockatiel. That's it. Yeah.
That's a yellow nape Amazon right there.
Yeah. Oh man! Okay, now you forced my hand to be dirty. I'm gonna have to tell you a joke now.
Oh my goodness!
This Jewish man is standing on Fifth Avenue waiting for the red light to cross. So he's waiting. All of a sudden, he sees a pet shop behind him. He's just waiting for the light. It's kind of long. He hears a voice saying, "Hey, schmuck, you come here." He didn't pay no mind, you know, must have been a troll. He goes, hey, schmuck, you, I'm talking to you. Turns around, and he's so amazed. He sees a cockatoo in a window, and he says he's so amazed that this bird can talk. So he goes inside the pet shop, and he says, how much is that bird? He says, you know, we have a good sale today. He says, I'm so amazed this cockatoo can talk. He says, yeah, he talks very fine. So he takes it home, and he puts a cockatoo in between a bedroom and a living room. And he says, look, my wife is cheating on me. I can swear she's cheating on me, but I don't know with who. So I'm going to put you in between a living room and a bedroom, and I want you to see what's going on. So the cockatoo says, sure, Mac, no big deal. By the way, do you know how a cockatoo stands on its perch with no feet?
Oh.
He wraps his fazool around it. Anyway, to keep the show going, you know, the guy goes to work, and then he comes back, and he says to the cockatoo after his wife is, you know, on a different shift, and he says, "Did you see what happened?" "Yeah, it did." He goes, Yeah, then what happened?" "Well, your next door neighbor, Jimmy, came in." He goes, Yeah, then what happened?" "Well, they were playing some soft music and dancing and getting really close, you know." He goes, Yeah, then what's happened?" And he says, then they got a little frisky and they went into the bedroom. He goes, Yeah, then what happened? He goes, I got a hold on it and I fell off my perch. I'm gonna put some money there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. The Tory from Florida.
Thank you.
I can't get this dog.
I'm still back on Fazool. I was knocked around that damn thing.
Yeah, he wraps that Fazool. Look, no hands.
Damn.
Fazool. Never heard of
Fazool. Basta Fazool.
And I thought
I'm wondering what's on Lucky's menu tonight over there. He's really going to town over there on that.
Oh, yeah.
How come you're sitting on my lap?
Galveston, oh Galveston, I can hear the morning dreaming.
Jimmy,
oh, bless your heart there. Ooh, I can smell from here.
Go ahead, Lucky.
Jimmy, did you hear about Belle Vermonti got her man?
No.
They filed the charges on him this evening, and that was it. She's bringing all the paperwork up.
Well, good. You see, they can be caught. They're not invisible.
What the hell happened?
And she's
go ahead. She just called her the person that was antagonizing her and doing all the mean stuff. And
wow. I hope it's nobody we know.
It was all she said was it's a sheep and what they got, wolf in sheep's clothing. That it was friending everybody, and then all of a sudden he was doing all the shit behind their back that nobody knew about.
Oh, I'll be dipped in.
Yeah, where you see.
I'll tell you, you know, Bonnie being police, you know, connected and stuff, it's easy for her to, you know, pull some of those resources. Yeah, pull some of those resources and run some shit through. So, wow.
And prosecute the hell out of them.
Send the boys over there just to ruffle them up.
She didn't go into big detail, but she just said that she had enough stuff and they caught him. I mean,
good deal. I like to hear good news like that.
That's all I heard.
She's the wrong person to mess with.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That some people think the computer gives you anonymity, and Jen and I showed it doesn't, you know, out there and stuff.
No, it doesn't.
You know.
And she said to thank everybody that stood behind her and had her back.
Yeah, that's good news.
I better get myself 4 tablets so I can know where the hangouts are and keep up with all these videos at one time. I'll be like this.
Lucky's well connected in there. Did she do a video on that, Lucky, or did she?
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
She's not finished it yet, but you know it'll come all the rest of it out. I'm sure she'll have to do a trial and everything probably.
I'm getting hungry. Y'all made me hungry. I ain't eat all day.
Pizza, lasagna, and chicken.
Oh, come on, Jen. My garden salad for dinner, right?
My goodness, the juicy steak and all that.
Oh, you guys.
Come on out here, Jan. I got the stick here. Come on out.
Don't be tapping me.
Later, I made it at a place. Spank my little tushy. I'll be in on my way.
You have felt the stick before, and you know that.
And you know I love it.
Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Spank me silly. Leave your...
Like something out of Cabaret, Berlin, 1928. Ooh, don't stop.
Brand me, baby, brand me. Put your initials on me. Market territory.
I wanna feel that spoon on
It's a spoon. It's a spoon in a dreidel. The spoon is fallen brown. Is the spoon that
Oh my God.
I love to hear her say spoon and schmutz and all that.
Schmutz and schmutzky and lickety splitty.
Yeah,
Lickety splitty.
Schmata.
Yeah, when we get in trouble outside, she speaks German, I speak Chinese, and people are like, "What the fuck?"
Ich hab dir lieb, mein Teister.
This one speaks. I don't know what the hell that one's speaking.
It's Yiddish dialect. It's Yiddish dialect.
Es manchmal ist es schön, mal mit dem Löffel einen auf den Hintern zu.
Yeah, you can't park here.
I don't want the American flag behind it.
I don't want nobody out here saying nothing about my accent.
Huh? What's that, Debbie?
I don't want nobody saying nothing about my accent, man.
Yeah,
I can't say that word, but y'all saying.
I don't see student. Stunde steigen.
Vorangehen. Verflügen.
Verflügen,
I've done hit the wrong country. I don't know where the hell I'm at.
You know what? Debbie Lynn Jory had his sugar tonight. You see what happened all the time?
Right,
it's like that freaking retro. It's like the retro rockets kicked on. There we go.
No, they called Raisin and the Sons. Those nuts just went south, man. I'll tell you. They dried up like dried Krispies.
Oh,
nothing in the house.
All gone.
Are you kidding me?
I wish I could stay up all night, but I have
thank you, Deb.
What's the matter, Deb?
I'm going to be up at a doctor's office at 9:40, which, you know.
Listen, I only open up shop at 9 o'clock.
I don't know when you sleep.
Get a nap, Deb. I'm going to be doing it all again at 7:30 tomorrow night. So the Wednesday mashup. So
tomorrow night I'll be able to stay up.
There we go.
There you go.
Love you all.
God bless you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. I'm going to say mine too. I have to eat. I have to eat something.
Go eat.
Blood sugar's over.
Be gentle on that dog.
Yeah, see, my dog is, he's right there.
Bon appetit.
Bon appetito.
Where you at? Where's my dog?
Bon appetito.
Bon appetito.
I'm going to say bye to you. I'll talk to you guys later.
Take care.
Have a good night, Lucky.
I gotta eat something, guys. So.
Good night, Jimmy.
All right.
You coming back, Jimmy, or?
I'll check later. I have
because I might bust it up a bit early tonight. Then if
I need to.
Because tomorrow night's gonna be it's gonna be the full Monty. So.
Yes, Shay is over by her lonesome there trying to get somebody to come in, and nobody's going in here too.
Well, I'll pop over and say hi to her. So. Shay.
Shay. Nobody's going in there. She's all alone waiting.
Our house.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
all right. Well, tell her the cavalry's coming. I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Jimmy and Pamela, thanks so much for coming in
Good night.
You were awesome.
Good night, Pamela. Good hunting.
Thank you. Debbie, A, thank you for coming in. Debbie L.
Good night, Jen. Good night, Jimmy. Good night, Debbie.
Good night, Debbie. Good night, Debbie. Good night, Jen. Good
night, Rory.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, everybody. Love you all.
Make sure you get a good sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we are off the